We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks real talking, we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Knick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars we see all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The Cat Lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our 10 boots like soldiers and train the planes and Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. This ain't Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. Salute everybody. Salute. What's good? Knicks Real Talk is the recap. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride, man. We in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We about to get it popping, man. It's a recap. We're gonna break down last night's game and everything else in between. New York Knicks went to MSG again, ladies and gentlemen, beat another top 5 team. They doing a damn thing. The Garden is buzzing, we buzzing. So we just gonna get it popping, man. Let me bring my partner to the building, man. We can really get it going. Shaw Powell was good, my man.
What a game last night. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. We here, man. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the building, man. Like I said, we had an awesome game last night. Salute to everybody in the chat. Let me holler out to the family. Just Knicks, big task at hand, my man. What's good? Doug Fresh on Diop. What's good, my man? Travel Vibes. Salute to everybody in the building. Let's talk about it, man. We in here, man. Knicks doing a damn thing, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Tito's was good. I see you. Fabian, I see you as well, man. Salute everybody in the building, man. Thank y'all for coming in early. We in here. Knicks is in there. We just doing it. We vibing. You know, we in good spirits right now, ladies and gentlemen. New York Knicks, 5 games in a row, knocking down big teams, ladies and gentlemen. And last night was no exception in the Garden last night, ladies and gentlemen. Went out there and did the damn thing against the Denver Nuggets, 122 to 112. They was lighting it up, man. These cats is real. They for real, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing else to be said. The New York Knicks is real. They legit, and they ready to play some ball in New York, man, for the rest of the season. So I'm excited about it, man. I really am, man. I hope everybody else will and feeling giddy as I am, because that was a good win last night for the New York Knicks. We are now 32-16, still one game out of the tie for second. But we playing good ball. And salute to that team, man. Salute to Tom Thibodeau. Salute to the team. They gelling. They knocking it down together, man. They defending the basketball where they need to. Might be always good every quarter, but I think they did a great job to stop a team who scored like the way them guys scored down there last night. So that was really impressive to me overall. Just even though Joker didn't have a good game, neither did Cat, and they still that one washed the other out. And the Knicks went there and did it. So they won that thing, man. Shaw Powers, and I was really happy about that game. Fun game, exciting game. These boys are just they not movie, man. They just a film, yo. These dudes are just a film. I mean, this is Broadway. This is Broadway theater right here. The Knicks is doing. They doing that shit at a high level. They doing it at a high level. Offense clicking, ball moving, doing the damn thing. So Shaw Powers, man, I know that shit is exciting for you to talk about as well, man. So I'm gonna let you get in there. Just let me say salute to the Queen, Darlene. She's in the building. Everybody else in the building. Queen, what's good? Thank you for coming in. But Shaw Powers, holler at your boy, man. That thing was crazy last night.
Yeah, it was a real interesting game yesterday. You know, the way it all worked itself out. Jokic getting into foul trouble early, which I wanted. Cat getting into foul trouble. Cat regulated to the bench with 6-8 points or something like that. And the second unit came in and Precious came in and played some good basketball, man. And we leaned hard. We went back and forth. They threw blows and all that stuff. And then that fourth quarter came in and Cat got back on the floor and Brunson was a phenomenal passer in the fourth quarter. I don't even really think I watched the game. I don't even think he scored a point in the fourth quarter. I think he had like 6 assists in the fourth quarter, 5, 6, 7 assists. He had crazy assists in the fourth quarter. He scored all his points in the third quarter. He brought us back into the game. And salute to our all-star that had been doing it for us for the last umpteen years, doing the same thing, helping us win games when he needs to. And Cat came back in and was phenomenal. I think Cat ended up with 20-something points last night. You know what I mean? And he scored maybe 13, 14, 15 points in the fourth quarter. He went bananas.
Yeah,
I mean, and
he didn't score 20.
Cat didn't score 20?
No.
What he had?
About 8, 10, 12, something like that. Let me see. 8 at 15. I get it to you in a minute.
All right. I thought it was 20. I thought he didn't score 14 in the fourth quarter. All right, whatever. We'll get to it. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I watched too much. All right, we get to it. But Cat, he did what he needed to do. You know what I mean? And our wings came out and really affected the game. And our bench came through for us as well. And I mean, our bench came through and did what they needed to do the last couple of games. And I mean, we didn't we got out rebounded. We wasn't that great at the free throw line, but we won the game. And I'm happy to see what happened.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, like John, Miss John said, Batman and Robin took care of the Joker last night. Like we said, yes, sir. But yeah, man, he had 14, 10, and 5. We'll get down to that in a minute. We break down the box score and everything. But overall, what he did during that fourth quarter to me was, with the scoring that he did do and the defense he helped play on Joker was impressive. So good. That was good. Good job by Cat, man. Because it's not only about scoring, like you say, Shot Powell. He still had double-digit rebounding. He still had 5 assists. So he because he was in foul trouble as well. But I'm glad about that. Like you said, that so they nobody can say Knicks beat them because Joker was in foul trouble. Well, both of our top guys was in foul trouble too. And they, believe it or not, Mikal was in foul trouble a little bit when he got them 3 fouls on my man. When Jamal Murray had a chance to cook a little more, because obviously Mikal couldn't be too much of one because he had 3 fouls, so he had to kind of lay off my man a little bit. So and Jamal Murray got a cooking a little bit as well. But overall, that was a good defensive game to hold that team to 112. I'll take that. You know what I mean? And like I said, we averaging 110. Other teams averaging 110 against us. We only held them to 112 without Cat playing a full game. I take that, man. And that was just a good win, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm glad the way it worked out. And like Shot Powell said, our bench is playing great basketball right now in New York, man. Campaign got the energy going. Deuce McBride got the defense and the shooting going, and Pressure Chua got the defense and a little offense spurts here and there going. They're doing it, man. They are really doing it, and I'm happy about this thing. I hope they just continue doing it and just keep winning. And we're gonna be okay, ladies and gentlemen. Like Joker them said in the press conference, he lets us just these guys as contenders. He said they're his top 5 contenders. That's the Joker saying that. And he relevant. You know what I mean? But because you know what, that's one team we've been handling. You know what I mean? Because if you could beat them, then they are contenders. So would that make us contenders? So I'm really happy about that. They starting to get the recognition from guys like that, man, who see the Knicks go out there and play hard for 48 minutes. Josh Hart doing all the things he's doing. I mean, this guy's literally saving the next season, you ask me, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the rebounds he get, the timely hustle plays, like the one last night when my man threw that ball down there, he ran there and picked it off, gave it to Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson on the right side, halfway, and bounced 3-pointer in there. That sparked that whole thing because they had the momentum going. And
that third quarter. Mm-hmm.
If Josh Hart wouldn't have got that pass, intercept that pass, ladies and gentlemen, that game could have went different because there was a momentum swinger. And hit by him getting that steal, getting that ball to Brunson, and that changed that momentum right back our way because it was going the other way for a minute. They were starting to get to 2, 3, whatever. But that shot to me was the one that changed the course of that game, man. But that's how important Josh Hart is, man. It's not all about the scoring all the time. There's many ways to win a basketball game. He does a lot of things to win a basketball game that doesn't apply to scoring. So I was really happy to see that shot, pal. Anunoby knocking down threes from everywhere. He's starting to get into his groove. I mean, these guys are on something, man. Mikal being Mikal, his defense is special, man. I can't say enough. Drop out, that boy defense is special. I'm like, when he lock you down, he locks you down. And I mean that's a scary part. And like we always said, like we say, if the Knicks defense come to play the way they score, they practically could beat anybody. Because their defense is gonna hold you like that, and they can score like that. And they play, and them other guys played pretty good defense last night for a bit. Until 2 days, like, you know what, we can't keep up with this shit. So that's how I go. But overall, man, I'm just excited. Shot Power, I thought it was a good win. I thought they did a lot of great things yesterday, man, offensively and defensively, against a team like you can't expect them to blow them out. You know, them guys will defend the champs a couple of years ago, and they are who they are. They got one of the best players in the game. You know what I mean? And they got a good team there, you know, and they got one of the better point guard that ever played the game in Russell Westbrook. I mean, they got some guys that could score the ball. But good job by the Knicks last night, man, and I'm happy about that, Shot Power. So I'm really giddy about what I seen last night.
Yeah, man, they came out to play basketball, a team basketball type game, and like you said, that was a big momentum shift from that steal when they grabbed the rebound, Jokic kicked it out, and Josh Hart when snatched that ball and passed it to Brunson, and Brunson knocked down that three. That really started us getting back to all right, we got them now. You know what I mean? Getting close and all that other good stuff. Yeah, you right about that, Divine. I mean, I just watched a good basketball game yesterday, man. And as scary as the third quarter was, I'm not 100%, but we at least even up. They started off smoking in the third quarter. But we fought back in that third quarter. We fought back, and that's how we end up, taking ourselves into the fourth quarter, winning the game. But that third quarter, it was getting a little bleak there. I was like, "Ooh, man, it was getting a little bleak." You know what I mean? But we held it down. One thing that I like about Mikal, and I say this only because of the way Mitchell Robinson plays basketball, but the way Mikal makes you go to the way he wants you to go, he pushes you either all the way to the left or all the way to the right. If that's Mitchell Robinson coming off of that thing, that man ain't going north. He ain't going north. He going kick that ball out west or east. He ain't going north. You know what I mean? He is not going north. You know what I mean? I see a lot of teams do that, come off that pick and have a cat or a mix, another person, and they'll try to thread the needle and try to go and do the penetrate to the hole. But that's not going to happen much with Mitch if he comes back. You know what I mean? Right. So that's I see how he positions the player, man, is it's a great defense. And then he's so linky that he stays up on you and his hands is all the way down touching the ground. He looks good when he does it. And I like the way he perfects his defense. And OG played a great game too. All the guys, everybody that played last night had a effect of the game. You know what I mean? Payne falling down, getting that charge when we really needed it. All the things that happened last night was really good to watch. And I'm glad that I watched it last night.
Yeah, real. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to everybody. J.A. John McDonald, Mr. Tito, D Nice, my man. D Nice, good to see you, my brother. Thank you for coming in. My man, D Nice, man, been a supporter from day one. Appreciate you, D. Good to see you as well. And we got Crim's dad in the building. Can't forget Crim's dad. We got Doug Fresh. Your Casuals in the building. And all that good stuff, man. Everybody, man. Queen Darlene, Brian, thank you for the super chat, my brother. Appreciate you. You already know. Joey DeLuca, what's good, Joey? To everybody, man. Walter White, what's popping? Shoot to the chat, man. That's where it's at. Stan and man, what's the deal, Stan? Good to see you, my man. For real. And salute to everybody, man. Thank y'all for coming in, man. This is the recap, man. We here, Divine, Shot Powers, the chat, the recap. Knicks went with the world most famous arena last night. Handled their business. 5 games in a row. 32-16, ladies and gentlemen. 1 game still out of second place, a tie for second or whatever way that may go, depending on conference and all that good stuff. But right now, them boys is playing some good basketball, and you got to feel good about this thing right now. So let's hope that we can continue this thing, man. We off tomorrow. We got a game, get the Lakers on Saturday, big-time game, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday. So that's going to be interesting to really see. Looking forward to that as well. That Laker game, Davis and no Davis, he play who in front of you. We're going to definitely get into that on the pregame Saturday. But Shot Power, just another win to get to what we're trying to get to. And if it was a good win by the Knicks, man, overall, 5 in a row. Like I said, we beating top ranked teams. and we playing. We not only beating them, Lord, we giving it to them. Shot Powers. That's what's scary to me. We ain't like beating these guys by 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. We blowing these dudes out by 10, 20, whatever. You know what I mean? So I just think that's impressive, man. To be able to do that, man, and now you can put the naysayers' heads to rest about we don't beat top teams, like you said. All that stuff don't even apply anymore. So the best way to keep doing things, keep winning. As long as you keep winning, there's nothing negative to talk about. And right now, the New York Knicks ain't nothing negative to talk about because those cats is beating up on jokers, man. That is insane, man. So let's hope they continue to strive, man, and all that, man. We won't get into the stats. Look at what happened in the game, percentage-wise, and all that, man, and all that good stuff. So let's get that popping. Real quick, man, we can look at this thing, man, see what's going on with the stats and the box score. Before we do that, though, we got to hit y'all up with the 5 started last night, ladies and gentlemen. There you go right there. Brunson, 34 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 15 assists. He was dropping dimes everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. He was dropping them. Carl every town, 14, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. He had his I think his fourth quarter was big for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. But Bridges had a quiet 13, 3-2, but you know what? That's not even the story. The story was his defense last night. And that's the box score for him last night. The defense, even though Jamal Murray got 33, but that was a hard 33 though. The hard 33. Anunoby, hell of a game to me, ladies and gentlemen. Put Michael Porter Jr. in a donut. 23 points. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, tiny 3-point shots, getting out on a break, locking cats down on a wing. Wingstop was in the building last night, ladies and gentlemen. That must have had some I don't know what type of sauce you want to put on it, but it must have been hot though, because they was locking them boys down for a minute. You know what I mean? Josh Hart kept doing Josh Hart things, ladies and gentlemen. 15, 5, and 5. But make no mistake about it, it's about the Brunson burner. That's what big time players do against other big time players. That's why I'm all NBA right there. What he did last night, my guys, other than Anunoby, we always talk about it. There's always gonna be 2 guys in that starting line that are gonna get you 20. But there it go right there. Anunoby and Brunson. Brunson like, listen, y'all ain't got nothing for me, and I'm just gonna let you know who I am. And he gave him buckets last night and 15 assists. That's damn near combined for almost 60 points, probably or more. Even if you did 2 points per 15 assists, that's 30 points. 2 times 15, 30. That means he contributed 60 points right there. But what about some of them with threes? He might have contributed 80 points.
And he got it right from these guys right here. He was giving it to OG.
right.
He was giving it to OG. So
man,
I mean,
that's who wants to smoke, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it's up there.
I mean, that's still what, like 90 points in the starting unit. You know what I mean? With them having I don't with Cat being in foul trouble. You know what I mean?
93.
Yeah.
93 points. Still almost hit to 100. Man, and that means that our bench did what they had to do. They got that 25. You know what I mean? Like I said, they averaging 119 a game. As long as they keep hitting that average, we're gonna be okay, because like I said, they only giving up 110. And that's all. That's the bottom line. Just keep doing that. So overall, I think it was good shot power. It was a good night to see the way them guys got that. But them guys always come to play, man. One of the most unselfish basketball teams I've seen. I'm literally being honest. One of the most unselfish basketball teams, not only in NBA history, but then in the NBA, they moving the ball like the Warriors did when Stephen was winning the rings. But these guys throwing that shit on fast breaks. They doing it on everything, man. So, salute to them dudes, man. They are passing that basketball. That's one of the most unselfish teams. There's no more, I got to get mine, or I got to get mine. No, we all got to get it. And that's pretty dope right there, Shot Power, to see the way they are literally doing 1970 Knicks basketball. Moving around to Clyde. Clyde throw it to the Butcher. The Butcher give it back to my man Lucas. Lucas finally dump it down to my man Willis Reed. Willis Reed pop it out to this dude. Boom. So that's how they play at basketball. It's pretty to see, man. I'm really giddy about that, man, because that's taking me back to my kid days with the way they play at basketball right now. Like them 70 Knicks, man. That shit is insane, bro. So I'm really happy about that, man. But here's what happened last night, ladies and gentlemen, from a perspective on numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Jalen Brunson, 34, 4, and 15. Anunoby, 23, 4, and 1. Josh Hart, 15, 5, and 5, as we've seen. Carl Town, 14, 10, and 5. Another double-double. Mikal, 13, 3, and 2. Deuce McBride, ladies and gentlemen, 12, 2, and 4. Get him, Deuce. Deuce doing the damn thing. Pressure Chua playing good ball. 8-3. Campaign playing good ball. The Energy 7-3. Shaman had 1 rebound last night. But they are definitely doing it, man. So I gotta give them their flowers. Statistic wise, ladies and gentlemen, they Denver Nuggets went 12 from 18 from the charity strike. We went 67%, 20 for 23. They went 55% from the 2-point area. We went 58 from the 2-point area. They went 36 from downtown. We went 41. That's what I'm talking about. Field goal percentage, they were at 49. We were at 52. We didn't rebound the ball well last night. That's why I think they scored 112 last night.
Yep, we didn't.
That's why I think they got 112 last night, ladies and gentlemen, because we didn't rebound the ball well. They had 36, we had 29. And a lot of that had to do with Cat being out in foul trouble, but he still got a double-double. But, knowing in the course of the game that could change if he get a rebound. They had 11 offensive rebounds. We had 6, 33 assists. That's what we know. We always talk about that number, man. Turn up beautiful. Only 5 turnovers to their 14. We had 7 steals. They had 3, 2 blocks. They had 5. We only did 16 fouls. They did 19. Match points in a row. We scored 15. They scored 9. That's pretty awesome right there. Time spent in the lead, 37 minutes today, 8 minutes. So we had control of that game pretty much the whole game, except for when they got close to us. But we had control of that game most of the time with 37.55 in the lead and time possession. That was pretty dope right there. And like I said, biggest lead 12. Theirs was 8. That's a field goal area right there. Like we was just shooting from everywhere, nice pretty much. But y'all I say all that to say, man, with numbers like that, we just got to keep applying, man. Keep applying and doing this stuff right here, and I think we're gonna be okay. But that was some good numbers overall, except for the rebounding number. That was about it. But the box score was pretty good last night.
Yeah, it fared very well with what the Knicks did last night. And I mean, not having some of the some of their regular stuff that they pretty much do well in and still win the game by a commanding amount. That's major, you know what I mean? Not rebounding the basketball, which that's like Tom Thibodeau's #1 pet peeve. And I mean, that's one of the things that I always bring up about rebounding the basketball and not doing that and still getting the win. The one thing that I can say about this team than the team last year, this team, aside from being scorched earth, these guys could shoot the basketball, but they push the ball a little bit more. They get out on breaks so much now. And I mean, I don't know why I think, maybe it's just in my head because I haven't looked at the stats, but that their pace is so low. They must be somewhere around middle of the pack, man. Just the way I see them, they always on a fast break. OG is always on the outlet. Bridges is always on the move. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just seeing it from a fan's point of view, but they look like to me that they're always pushing the pace. They're always getting down to. They're always getting fast break points, and it shows in the numbers. But I don't know why. Maybe I'm just bugging out. Maybe because I see so many numbers, I'd be getting them mixed up sometimes. Excuse me for that.
No, really, just to piggyback on you, they were at the lower echelon. They moved up to 24th. So they're
24th now. Okay, all right.
Yeah, they trending.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. All right. So that's what I said, because I remember they were down there low, 27, 20. It was like the lowest. Now I'm one of the lowest in pace. So they moving it up good. So because that's what I see. I see them pushing the pace. You know what I mean? I see them moving the basketball. You see that in assists because that pass to the outlet, man, is an assist. And I mean, that pass from the outlet, when you throw that pass down the court, and if it's a one pass like OG got last night, that is an assist pass. That's going to the basket. So I like the way the Knicks are looking at these last couple of games. And if you're a fair weather fan or if you're a casual Knicks fan, you should understand these things too, that you see the team starting to really getting better. I don't know if they're at their peak yet, if they're at their ceiling or whatever they call it. I don't know if they're there yet, but they're getting close. These last couple of games, these last 5 games that we just won, 4 big games against big name teams. You know what I mean? 4 big name teams. You know what I mean? And that, everyone was worried about this little stretch that we had. So far, we've been doing dang good. I think we've been doing pretty dang good. You know what I mean? Especially over these last 5 wins, 4 teams over 500, in contention of being in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Only team that we had the hardest time was a team that wasn't even in a play-in version right now, the Brooklyn Nets. I think we only beat them by a couple of points. And I mean, so I'm happy with what the Knicks are doing. They stepping up to the test against big name teams. And if they continue to do that the rest of this little 8-game stretch that we got, we're gonna be very, very happy. We were talking about this too last night, Divine. Let's hope that we could get to 40 wins before they can get to 20 losses. You know what I mean? 40 wins before 20 losses. I mean, that's a hard thing to do right now with where they at 32 and 16. But it's capable. I think they could do it.
Yeah, I no question in my mind. But you know what? Just to piggyback off your assist thing, I got one for y'all. The way the Knicks be throwing that ball down court, that's where we're gonna be in a giant uniform throwing it to Malik Neighbors next year. Because soon as they get that ball off the glass, they throwing bomb shot powers. No matter if it's Brunson, no matter if it's Towns, no matter if whoever. Soon they get that ball off the glass, somebody throwing a 30-yard bomb. They just getting that ball, laying it right up. Mikal usually on the end of that because him and Anobi get the defender wing and then leak out. You know what I mean? They defend that wing good, so they already by the 3-point line already. You know what I mean? So as soon as Cat and somebody grab the rebound or Josh Hart, all they got to do is turn their head, and them cats is already broke already. Because they not only did they did the defense play, they stopped the defense play, but we got the defense rebound. So knowing we got that defense rebound, and that other team they ain't checking for them dudes. So yeah, man, they really are some shit in New York right now. They are playing some good basketball, ladies and gentlemen. The numbers don't lie. The quality of the opponent don't lie. And with the ice on the cake for me, is now nobody in the NBA, nobody can say that this offense ain't what it was when y'all first seen this at the beginning of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, this offense ain't no fluke. The Knicks offense is not a fluke. They've been top 2, top 3 the whole year. The whole year they've been top 2 and 3 in offense. It ain't no fluke. It ain't who we played. It ain't none of that. This is the offense that the Knicks got is truly who they are. Because they did it at the beginning of the year. 40-something games in, they still doing it. So what that mean? That it wasn't no fluke. It wasn't just a spur of the moment thing. This is actually who they are. So that is a problem if our defense come around, ladies and gentlemen. And they are coming around. If our defense just keep playing basketball, the Knicks will be a problem because they scoring like that and they defending like that. Last night, it took them the way Jamal Murray was getting buckets. So what they showed me last night is, you know what? My man getting buckets, rightfully so. Jamal Murray, one of the better dudes that can get it done. But it was a hard 33. It was a hard 33. Salute to him for getting that hard 33. You know what I mean? But our defense was able to hold everybody else minimal, knowing that the Joker didn't get it popping because of his foul trouble. But that's no excuse because our guy didn't get it popping because of his foul trouble. So like Joker and Cat didn't even matter last night, both of them. You know what I mean? So the matters was that we still had a guy who matched Jamal Murray numbers, which was Jalen Brunson. And then they didn't have a guy to match Anunoby numbers last night. See what I'm saying? So, and that's by us always having 2 guys on our night. Any given night, we got 2 guys that are always going to get you 20 points. And that's what happened last night. We got 2 guys who can get 20. They didn't have 2 that got 20. And our defense came to play a little bit. So I'm good with what's going on, man, the way the Knicks is playing. Shout out, we hope we do keep it going, man, because like I said, we beat some quality team. It's good to see. Crim's dad, my man, thank you for the super chat, my dude. Appreciate you, Crim's dad. Appreciate that. Real talk. Keep helping us keep the lights on, man. We appreciate you, my brother. Real talk. And salute to everybody in the chat as well, man. Let me shout some people out. Nick 100 GM, Doug Fresh, Crim's dad. Thank you for the super chat. Jay Chosen is in the building. Salute Jay Chosen. Was good. On Dyers, McDonald was good. Nick Yak was popping. Darren Buzzer Beater was good, my man. We suit the guy that I didn't see it. Daniel was popping. Anybody I didn't get to shout out, Johnny Davis, my man. What's going on with you, JD? And everybody. Frank Matos of South was in the house. Salute Frank Matos in the building, and so on and so on. D Nice and everybody, man. Thank y'all for coming in, man. But yeah, Shot Powers, team playing good basketball right now. You got to feel good about it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a Knicks fan, you got to be feeling good the way our guys is getting down. They going at it, man. After coming out of 5 out of 7, was crazy. They lost 5 out of 7 games. Ladies and gentlemen, won all 5 of them back. Won all 5 of them back. So to me, that's pretty impressive to lose 5 out of 7, but you get them all back in the span of a week or 2. and they doing it in a supreme fashion. They are really playing some good basketball in New York. So let's hope they keep it going, man. I like what I'm seeing. I like the team overall. Shot power, they gelling, they blending, they come together. You know what I mean? And they playing hard and they unselfish. I can't say that enough. The way they play that unselfish basketball, man. They like don't care who get this point, long they get the point. So I guess what they saying is it doesn't matter as long as we win the game. And I think we start to see that. It doesn't matter who got it going. Them guys are giving up shots that they normally anybody would take and give it to the dude because he got a better shot. I think that's impressive shot powers.
Yeah, it is. They starting to find a niche with each other. Team basketball. You know what I mean? We've been preaching that all year. And I mean, the cohesion, the chemistry, the camaraderie, all those things that those 3 C's that we've been mentioning the whole year, and it's starting to look like they get it. I mean, if maybe it's me, but in these last couple of games that I've seen them on a winning streak again against 4 top 500 over 500 teams. You know what I mean? Good teams. We played some good teams in these last 5 games, man. This wasn't like playing Detroit and then Brooklyn and then Washington and then Utah, teams like that, that are all under 500. You know what I mean? These wasn't under 500. This was number 2 in the league. Atlanta number 6, 5, 6, 7 in the league. This team that we just played is number 4. The team is number 2 or 3 in the West. We playing pretty good basketball, man, and I'm just happy to see that the Knicks are starting to get it together. You know what I mean? All of those C words coming together, and it's looking good. You know what I mean? If you a real Knicks fan, if you looking at this team right now, you don't think the Knicks can lose no more. Right now, you just feeling like Knicks is beating everybody. If you a real Knicks fan, and nigga, anybody, that's how you feel right now, and that's how I feel every time. Next game, what's tomorrow? They play tomorrow Saturday, right?
Yep, Saturday. Yes,
Saturday. When we play Saturday, I think we play another hot team from the West. Houston, right? We play Houston.
That Monday.
Yeah, man. I think we got that game. We owe them, don't we? We lost them early in this season, right? So we owe them. I want revenge. You know what I mean? I want revenge.
Yeah, I did read it, Crim's Dad. You must have missed it, brother. I'll do it again, but I did read it. You probably didn't hear it. There you go again. My man Crim's Dad with the super chat. Crim, you must have been doing something on the other side, because I definitely said it. But anyway, my brother, thank you for the super chat. You know it goes a long way. We appreciate you, my man. It helps keep the lights on, like I said. So you must have got distracted by something, but I got you, my man. You know I ain't gonna leave that out. Thank you, Crim's Dad, my brother. Appreciate you, my man. Real talk. But yeah, man, it's definitely Shot Powers to me best bet right now, hottest team. Us and the Raptors got a 5-game winning streak in the league right now in the Eastern Conference. They 7-3, second best record in the Eastern Conference right now, tied with the Bucks and Scotty Barnes and RJ and them with 7-3 in the East. They're just playing good basketball, ladies and gentlemen. 17 to 8 at home, 15 to 8 on the road. That's awesome right there. 22-10 in the conference. We got the third best conference record, only 1 game behind Boston on the conference level. So we playing, man. We playing good basketball, and to be able to do all this and go through all the little bit of adversity, go through all the adversity and do it again. That's pretty awesome, my man. Real talk. Read the next girl.
He wanted, when you put the first one, I guess he wanted to read you because he wanted to see you smile. I think he said something about you smiling, and they were saying what's up to me, and and while we let on Dios up in the chat, I mean, on Dios be doing the dang thing, man. I like how on Dios be putting that thing out there for us and stuff, man. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hey, Shot Divine with the Knicks, Divine with the Knicks math. I came to the podcast to see Divine smile. Oh, and who led on Dios in the chat? Let's go Knicks 2025 champs. Let's get it.
Yo, Clear's dad, man, you the best, my brother. Really, the humor and all, I love it. Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? When I'm smiling, that means I'm feeling good, man. Knicks is giddy. They doing the damn thing, man. I'm excited about it. I really am, man. But thank you for that, my man. Real talk and the other generous super chat as always. But man, let me throw the link up in there, man. But yeah, shout out. I'm happy, man. I'm really happy right now because the season's starting to get it's starting to go from 40 games down to 30 something down to 20. But to go through all these teams right now, we going through, these are all playoff teams, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I support them. Oh, excuse me. The guys that we are beating are all playoffs contenders. And like the Joker said, I got Knicks. Knicks is contenders. And when this coming from somebody who won MVPs and their team is good, like the Joker said, they are contenders, man. You can't. Your eyes don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. The eye test don't lie. That's like I say. If you got good eyes, what you see in front of Knicks is real. Ain't no hyperbole out there. They are playing. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody can get that ball with them hockey assists, bomb passes, and backdoor cuts. We've never seen a lot of this in Knicks basketball in the last 5, 6, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. These guys are playing like like Steph Curry and them when it comes to passing the ball. But they got guys when we need to go ISO for a minute because nobody else got it going, which is not that much happens in on this team anyway. But they got a guy like Jalen Brunson who literally could take over a game because he just could score like that. So that even when we down 4 or 5 or 8 points, and it could take you a minute for the Knicks to get right back in the game. Somebody come down, knock down a 3, Jalen Brunson get to the lane, get an easy bucket, they get a defense stop. Next thing you know, they're right back in the game. That's what happened last night. I was like, man, they went down 8 before a blink of an eye. That fast, Knicks was right back up in that thing, and then they just said, well, let's get ahead and close it out. So that's just a mark of a good team with guys who can score the ball at will. And for Jalen Brunson and Misha Powers, I see a lot of guys get down in the NBA, and I'm not even being a homer about this here. But this guy seems like he could score on anybody in that paint area. I mean, he is just that savvy with the basketball. He just got a lot of skill, and his footwork is impeccable. His decision-making last night, I mean, one shot he went up for, I just knew he was about to shoot that, and he dropped it to Josh Hart. I just thought Jalen Brunson was going to force that ball up there. I kid you not. And next thing I know, with a blink of an eye, he right when all them dudes up in his face, defending him, trying to alter the shot, he dropped it off our man Josh Hart on the left side of him, easy layup. And I just thought for a minute, like he literally was going to shoot that ball. That was impressive to me to see Jalen Brunson say, you know what? I think that might have been his 15th assist too. But I was like, man, this cat is doing it, man. To contribute to all them points and to be able to get that ball to them guys when they need it and still can get it on your own when you need it. It's impressive, man. So salute to them, man. Knicks fan, let's go, my brother. Good to see you, and thank you for the super chat, my man. You already know, my brother. We appreciate you for sure. Good to see you guys. Love the team, and if we are D gets ranked top 5, you ain't lying, my brother. And that ain't because you put the super chat out there. Knicks fan, go. That's facts. Good to see you guys. Love the team. If our D get ranked top 5, we get this chip.
Yeah, if our D get top 5, yep.
We get the chip we need, Prime Mitch. You ain't kidding on that one, bro. Like I said, man, that's scary what the Knicks can do out there, bro. But thank you for the super chat. Knicks fan, for real.
Watch this, Mets fan. Watch this, Mets fan. I'm not even going to say top 5. If we could get to 11, 10, 9, that's scary because last night some of the defense that you see was, I think we're trending in the top 10 in defense in the last month. I think we're not 15th. Our overall is 15th, but for the month, I think we're higher than that. So don't quote me, but I think we're high. I think as in this month, our defense might be better than the 15 that's projected every for the overall for the season. But for the month, I think we're better. So if we could get to top 11 or 9, if we get to 9, man, we are lethal. We get to 5. That's it. 5, you trying to that 5 means we winning the championship. If we get our defense now to top 5 in the NBA, which is probably, I think it was in the top 10 for the month. I can't remember exactly what I seen.
December they was top 3.
Huh?
December they was top 3.
Right. So if we could swing somewhere like that, Yeah, man. You see what happened? Yeah, like you said, the month of December was a good month for us. If we could trend like that, man.
And I think they will. It's a Tom Thibodeau team. I think they will. You know what I mean?
Right,
I think they
right.
will.
They starting to. They starting to right away. Right after all that loss and the getting beat down over those last couple of games, get a little bit of rest. And look how the defense and the offense is playing now. Totally different.
Yeah, and that knowing that having Pressure Chua and Landry Shaman back, ladies and gentlemen, that's why the defense is getting better because they got some bodies out there now they can throw in there. So it's impressive, ladies and gentlemen. We just got to keep our foot on the gas, man. Just keep getting better every day. Keep learning off our mistakes. Keep getting better. But ladies and gentlemen, like me and Shaw Powell will say, they scoring 119, they giving up 110. That means that you beat the other team. If we do that on a regular, if the Knicks do them two averages on the regular for the rest of the season, that means you scoring 119, you're only giving up 110. So if you do that the rest of the season, obviously you're not going to do that on every night because like last night, in a sense it was that because it was still a 10-point win. Instead of 119, 110, it was 122 to 112, but it still was a 9 or 10-point swing. So if your defense just play at that 110 level every night the rest of the year, and knowing that our offense on any given night can do what they do, then I just think it's a recipe for success. And what I'm happy about, Shaw Powell, we doing this against guys and teams that's they're in a higher echelon in the league of what they do. Like Memphis is a damn good defensive team. Remember when we beat them? Who was that? Minnesota. Damn sure good defensive team. You know what I mean? We lost to them at the Garden, but we did beat them on their floor. But we have beat a lot of teams with good defenses. You know what I mean? So now our defense is starting to catch up to them teams' defense. So I think it's going to be interesting to see the next 30, 35, 40, 37, 38 games, whatever's left there. We are 30. Next 37, 35, 35 games. We got to see where we're going to be at, man. But I like where we at. I really do, man. So out of them 35 games, like we said, I need them to go 23 and 12. 23 through 23 get me to 55 wins. I'm good. So, but think about it. That ain't bad. 23 and 12. I think that's definitely doable. I don't think Nick's gonna lose no 12 games just like that. Not with that offense that they have. So if our defense come to play every night, or we get better after the trading deadline, whether through Mitch coming back or trade, like I said, that means the team gets better, and it's going to be a lot of other teams get better because they're going to be looking to make trades and everything. But for our team, either Mitch come back or Mitch don't come back and he's gone in the trade, but we bring in somebody that's going to help the team be better, then I think the Knicks do get that 55 wins. I think they get it. They can get it right now with the team they got right now. I think they can get it. But if they get some more help there, Shaw Powers, I just think it's going to be pretty interesting, man. So, but overall, right now, so far, so good. I like the way it's going down in New York, man. We just got to keep it going, Shaw Powers, and I think we'd be okay. But I'm happy about the win last night for sure. That just was a good win. And again, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Real talk. Like I said, the Crim's dad, thank you for the super chat. Nick, Met Fans Go, thank you for the super chat. Salute to everybody in the chat. Doug Fresh, everybody on Dias, Queen Darlene, everybody. Salute to all you, man. But we ain't here, Shaw Powers. We got a big game Thursday, so I'm really excited about that Laker game. I want to see the Knicks win that game. No AD or no all day. We talked about it, but I do want to see them win that game. That's like the reason why I wanted to win that game. This is like two of the most historic franchises in basketball right here. Lakers and Knicks. Lakers, Knicks, Boston Celtics. Historic. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, and Lakers and Knicks, East Coast, West Coast, LeBron James. Oh my God, Brunson, all of it's gonna be crazy, man. This Garden gonna be. You think the Garden was lit these couple of days? LeBron James is in the house. This ain't the Joker. This ain't Ja Morant. I get all that. This is LeBron James. You know what I mean? So
that's the game Saturday, right? That's who we play Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday. Yes, we got the Lakers.
Saturday. Monday is Houston. My bad.
Yeah. So it's gonna be fun, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a good Saturday, man. But right now, we taking care of business in New York, man. It's good to see you. I'm excited. I can't be more thrilled about the way the Knicks are playing basketball. Let's hope they can keep it up, keep the good stuff going, man, and keep building off this thing, man. And if we do that, I think we'll be okay. I think we really will. But like I said, the season's coming upon us. Another 4 or 5 days, ladies and gentlemen. 6 days, I don't know, the 8th or whatever. We don't know who's going to be here, who's not going to be here. Trade deadline coming around the corner. Obviously the Knicks ain't going to do nothing major, I don't think, but I know they will do something. There's a lot of noise out there already about Jericho. So definitely going to be on the move. We don't know what's going to happen with Mitch. We keep our eyes open with that. I'm not going to make no speculative where he's going. I have no idea. I'm not in the front office. I can tell you, if I tell you anything, it'd be me guessing. But no matter what happens, Shop Powell, I'm just looking forward to this team keep winning until we get to that point. And then once we get past that point, we kind of know who's going to be on this team, and we go try to get into that playoffs and make it happen.
Yeah, of course, man. We got a big week or so coming up because when we wait in a couple of hours, it'll be the 30th. So that means the trade deadline is the 7th. So by next week, around this time, we should know what's going to take place, right? Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, one of those days, we should know if the Knicks are making a minor move, a medium move, or a major move. And whatever happens, I'm with it. Like it's so many things out there from guys and from reputable insiders and stuff like that, and some unreputable, some guys you that's out there like we talked about in the background that's out there for clicks and stuff like that. But there is some good proposals out there for a move, you know what I mean? And every move that I see has Sims in it, you know what I mean? So Sims is probably at least one of the guys that's probably going to go, and whoever we pick up from there, you know what I mean, or what we pick up from there, will make a difference. If you see that Sims goes on, they get a second round pick and they get that $2 million, and that opens up another roster spot. That means Mitchell Robinson's going to come back, you know what I mean, and we're going to pick up another 2 guys, you know what I mean, maybe in the buyout, or bring one of the guys up from the G League and catch somebody on the buyout for $800,000, $1 million, or something like that. So something to look forward to. Or maybe they trade. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there. I don't want to throw out a whole bunch of hyperbole, but it's a lot of stuff that everybody see. If we get into that section, I'll talk more about
it. Yeah, real talk, man. It's definitely gonna go down with Sil. I think the Knicks want to get the lowest second round pick, not the lowest, but they don't want no high second round pick because that's not going to help them salary wise. They don't want to get a high second round pick. They want to get a little further down because the lower the pick, the less money that pick costs you. They probably looking to get something that's going to keep them with that $2 million thing on next year. So whatever. They don't want to take on no salary. I'm going to say so. They definitely going to want to get something where there's no salary implications because they already by that apron and they don't want to deal with that. But that's another good thing because next year that's $2 million we got back. You know what I mean? Now that $2 million, we don't have to worry about paying out to somebody next year that comes off the cap. That's a good thing. And they'll figure this thing out, man. I'm quite sure one day I do believe in this front office Shop Howard. They're moving pretty good since we've been here. Like I said, some people might have questioned some of the stuff they did, but now they're not questioning it. Like I said, the 5 pick for Mikal, you don't need to talk about that no more. That's a wrap. You know what I mean? And the picks that we was giving up, you're never gonna see them anyway because we too good. You know what I mean? We too good. For the next 4 or 5 years, the Knicks going to be relevant. You know what I mean? So they ain't like they're going to be a sorry team. They need the picks to make their team better. They built a roster that's sustainable for the next 5 years. These guys are on 4 and 5 year deals. You know what I mean? I think they're expecting this team to compete for the next 4 or 5 years, whether to trade whatever. Leon Rose and them giving the Knicks a 4 or 5 year window to win a championship. That's why Anunoby got a long deal. That's why Brunson got a long deal. That's why deal was already long, so that's why they had to worry about that. Then obviously Mikal's deal next year, they can probably give him his deal. And then Josh Hart probably had 2 or 3 years left on his deal, maybe 3 years. So they got a team for the next 4 or 5 years. That's pretty much we running with this here. Unless we trade a piece to make it better, but this their core they're gonna run with to get a championship. And then once that's over, they'll reevaluate this whole thing, man. And because that's how everybody wins championships. You know what I mean? You got to have a core to stay together. Boston Celtics did it well. Look at Tatum and Brown. Look at Jason Tatum and Brown and all these guys. They've been together for 3, 4, 5 years. They finally won one because that core got to know each other. Look at how Steph Curry and them did. Before they won the ring. Him and Draymond and Klay Thompson were together 2, 3, 4 years. Then once they stayed together 3 or 4 or 5 years, they understood the thing. They added the pieces to make them contenders. You know what I mean? So we didn't necessarily do it the draft way, but what we did was brought a bunch of guys in that can still play together for 3 or 4 or 5 years and give us a chance to win a ring. And I think that's how all of them do it. You know what I mean? You know, and for them to do this right now, what they're doing in 40-something games, pretty impeccable, man. I got to say so. Let's hope that this thing keep going. They keep building off of it. Next thing you know, we'll see how it goes. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Everybody, peace to the guard of our wives. What's good, my brother? Salute. Nick 100, Doug Fresh, everybody, salute to the chat. That's where it's at. We got Jay coming in the building, man. But in the meantime,
hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Nick's Real Talk. Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Nick's Real Talk.
Yes, indeed. Run them up. Yeah, yes, indeed, man. We definitely in the building. Nick's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I'm feeling good right now where our squad getting down. Ain't no doubt about this right here. These boys is playing some good basketball. We just got to keep the pedal to the metal, keep our eyes open, our ears to the ground, and just keep building. Every day get good habits. Every day get better at what you do. And then you go out there against that opponent that night. Hopefully you on your A game that night. If you're on your A game that night, that's all need to be said. Ain't nothing else need to talk about. We just need to go in here and play a good game every night. We step on the floor, go hard for 48 minutes, cross T's, dot I's. Don't worry about nothing else. Don't even matter. Only thing that matters, you putting that ball in that hole and you stopping them boys from putting the ball in the other hole. All the other nonsense don't even make no sense no more. We are going for a ring. Let's get it, Jay Chola. What's going on, my man? Salute to you. And Corey D is also in the building.
Chilling. Salute to my brothers, man. Salute to the chat. Feeling good. Yo, you beat me to the punch. That's exactly what I was about to say, is that we, all that stuff that people were, I don't want to say it disrespectfully, but worried about. I'll say worried about. Some were crying about it, but like, mostly like worried about the 5 picks and all this other stuff. We're building a team right now. You realize that those 5 picks are like pick number 27. You know what I'm saying? Pick number 28. Pick like that. The better we get might be pick number 32. Might be pick number, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
some of those picks, guys in high school right now getting ready to graduate.
That's what I'm saying. And I always say that, Look at years past. First of all, if you judge, and we can't judge, it's a brand new front office and all that, but we've had top 8 pick, top 7 pick, and picked absolutely nonsense people. We traded away a bunch of picks for some kids that who may not turn out, but right now we got a squad. We got a squad because of these things. You never know how that works out. You pick a now player, a player who does now stuff, who's young now. That's always the best way to go. Not the what ifs are always different than the I know. You know what I'm saying? That's why the what ifs in life you don't do the what ifs in life. So that game last night was, to me, just yet another possible, championship, preview. Just another possible championship preview where we showed resilience, where we showed that we could play at any level, that we could play type of basketball that we need to play, no matter who. You know what I like about our squad the most is that when we need to do the changing and the pivoting, it's done on the court, no problem, real easy. Whether it's coming from the sidelines or it's coming from the captain or it's coming from whoever, it's done easy. In years past, we would play if you like down to the competition, or we would try to change our game to the team we're playing. Yeah, we got to change it. It depends on who. I mean, the Joker ain't no joke, man. That guy he make it look easy with his passes and stuff like that. But it didn't matter. But I loved our defense. You know what? I loved our defense last night. Getting in the middle of the lane. Offense is a gimme, right? At this point, we can just say we top 3 offense is not going nowhere. right? It's not going nowhere. I really believe by the end of the year it's going to be number one. But we could get, and we've been saying this forever, we could stay top 3 and get within the top 10 on the defense. To me, that's the recipe of good cooking right there. That's a delicious meal called championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real
You know,
talk.
so
yeah, real. Hey, Jay, Corey Lee, what's going on with you?
What's good, brothers? And
Yeah,
I'm glad I caught y'all because I left my phone in the car, man. And I had to make this a priority because number one, I rock with y'all, but number two, I had to say something to my Knicks brethren, my peoples, my family. And this is the realest thing I'm fitting to say. If y'all keep questioning who we got for a head coach, y'all are crazy. And listen to my argument. You know what our head coach did last night? He didn't give in and make it easier for these guys. You know what? Because he could have easily took a timeout in the third quarter. And I promise you, when I was watching playback TV, and I got plenty of people who can co-sign what I'm just about to say, and I told him at the end of the second, going into the end of the second quarter, I said the third quarter, and I said this last night when I was on here, the third quarter is the most important quarter for our team because we tend to fall back and get lackadaisical and forget who we are. And not only that, because I'm gonna make my point very, very clear. It's harder for us, considering what we're dealing with, until we get whatever reinforcements that Leon Rose can provide. You know what I'm saying? By the trade date, even if trade deadline, even if he decides to go that route, you know what I'm saying? Because he has to find things that are feasible for us in our future. But with that said, and that's not even a factor right now. The head coach put it in the players' hands, and he told them, figure it out. I done told y'all the same thing, and I keep repeating it, and he says it all the time, and we don't pay attention to it because we're so caught up into what everybody else is doing and their so-called nuances and the new offenses and the way to play the game. But at the end of the day, like my partner says in my consigliere, otherwise, and I hope the court ain't changed, the length ain't changed, the height of the hoop ain't changed. What this man is trying to tell you is, if you be smart, I'm gonna make you smart, and I'm gonna prepare you. The game is gonna tell you what to do, and they finally realized it when they were in a situation where they put themselves in a situation and they had to fight themselves out of it. And I'm so proud of the players, but I'm more proud of the coach because he put it on the people on the court because they have to make it happen. All he can do is give the lessons. And these cats have to take that and put it into existence and make it happen. And I'm proud of the team for not folding and relying on what the coach has taught them and tell them, and he preaches to them every day. And the fact that man has them prepared, because if y'all don't know, and screw the narratives of what we heard, that man is a highly intelligent, and he's one of the top tier coaches that's in the game right now. And I'm gonna fall off.
Yeah, real talk, man. Hey, man, Tibbs is who he is, man. Tibbs been doing this so long, man, and man, Tibbs don't need nobody telling him what he's doing. And Tibbs is a basketball coach who's been coaching in the NBA for damn near 9-10 years. Been assistant coach on championship teams. Been assistant coach with the Knicks. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that we literally talk about this man is kind of irrelevant because Tibbs been doing this his whole life. You know, Tibbs don't need nobody to tell him how to coach them boys. I don't care what nobody say. Because he done been around the Popoviches of the world on the USA team. He done been around Jeff Van Gundy. He done been around Pat Riley. I mean, that's why sometimes y'all think I'll be on the station where I'm like, why do y'all keep trying to critique this man? Ain't nothing to critique about Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau was a winning coach. He got the New York Knicks winning. I mean, what else do you want this man to do? Hey, listen, you only can win with talent, ladies and gentlemen. Popovich won because he had Tim Duncan, he had David Robinson, he had
Right.
Pat Riley won because he had Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Phil Jackson won because he had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Well, you know what? Tom Thibodeau winning now because he got Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson and this dude. Remember when he first got? He never had this much talent in New York. When he got here, you had Alex Burks.
Man, I was waiting for you to say that. I was waiting for you to say that.
Peyton. You had
he's still
now he got A1 players, and now he doing what he do. And then on top of that, this year, the reason why Tibbs wasn't playing 9 men, he didn't have 9 men, 9 good men who could win games. So he had to do what he had to do. Now the Knicks are doing what they do. They not doing it because Tom Thibodeau only all of a sudden he woke up with somebody. No, they doing it because they got more bodies. They got more bodies.
Real bodies.
Because they got Pressure Achua now. They got Landry Shamet now. Before, other than them two, you had Campaign and Deuce and Bride in the starting 5. Them other dudes we keep screaming about, Cocker, Purdy, they weren't even ready for this. They not ready for this. So Tim had to roll out his. I'd rather play with 7 dudes who good than 9 dudes or 10 dudes who might not be that good, might not help me win the game. So now he got 9 dudes and they winning games. It ain't like, come on, Ted's been playing 9, 10 guys since he's been here. He played that
his responsibility is much bigger.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I want to throw this one little thing in, and I promise you I'll let you cook again. His responsibilities are bigger than what the Knicks fans realize. And what his goal is, he's every year since he's been here, he has
You break it up a little bit, Steve.
And ascended, and I'm falling back. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Really,
let me say something real quick if you don't mind. Look, the reason why, in my opinion, he don't do stuff like throwing Kolek in the early in the year, he wasn't ready for it. And when you have a young man that had 4 years in college, that you handpicked, that you waited, and you lucked, and you lucked out and got, I'm gonna say that you lucked out and got a kid that has so much knowledge in his brain, is so young. The reason why you don't use him in the beginning of the year is because you throw him in a game that he's not ready for. All of a sudden, his confidence gets shot down.
Right.
That's a career-changing thing.
Right.
That's a career-changing thing. Hakaporty not ready because he comes from the Germany league and this league that don't play at such a high thing. That's a career-changing thing. Now he'll always be that type of person you could never rely on if you do that to him. So instead, you bring him in on the time that you bring him in. The other night when we had 143 points, Kolek came in for 3 minutes and had 3 points and 3 assists in 3 minutes. 3 points, 3 assists. Those type of things do something for a young man. All right, good. I know I can do it. But meanwhile, if you watch their energy, right? If you watch the energies, the youngsters that you know, that are not really getting burned, and they shouldn't get burned. We have a team now that we are solid 9. You're 100% right, Devon. We didn't have that squad. We didn't have that bench. We didn't have those reliable people, and people were still hurt, getting themselves better. The Shamits, the you know, sometimes Deuce,
Precious.
and definitely Precious. Now what happens is
Mr. Robinson.
but we're still not here. I'm talking about the people that are here right now, right? So as they're getting better, he's got to rely on the people he's got to rely on. It don't matter how many minutes they play on. He's relying on them, and they are coming together to do so. Any good leader has one thing in common: people buy in to what they are talking about.
That's a fact.
Whether it's an army general, whether it's a coach, whether it's your boss, whether it's, you know, you're the person doing it and you're shouting out the stuff. That's the one thing you got in common. That what you're selling, I'm buying. And that's what
you can't deviate. You cannot deviate from the plan.
And that's exactly what he's saying. This is what we're doing. If you roll with me, I promise you that if you follow between here and between here, we are going to go here. And that's what's happening.
It's called paying dues, ladies and gentlemen. Them dudes got to pay their dues, man. Tyler Kolek, Shaw Powers, Tyler Kolek can't guard none of these dudes. So the reason why Tyler Kolek don't play, because their skill set the Knicks don't need, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, the Knicks don't need Tyler Kolek's offense. They're the best offense in the league. So unfortunate for him, he can't get no burn because they don't need his offense. And he's not a defense ball player. You put Tyler Colgan in there right now, I'm talking about forward from a defense standpoint. The Knicks got the best offense than one of the top 2 offense in the league. What Tyler Colgan good at? Offense.
Right.
So they don't need his offense because that's the reason why he's not getting minutes. But so if you put him on the court, he scored 10 points, but he give up 20, then what's the use of even putting him in there? Because your plus minus is went the other way. If Tyler Colgan get 8 points, but the guy he playing get 16, that's a -8. So we don't need his offense right now. Next year, when next year he's gonna be the backup point guard, we're gonna need an offense that we move on from Campaign or whoever. Tyler Colgan and Daddy ain't never look at these guys. I get it, man, but that's why they were drafted where they were drafted at. Because Nick said we're not gonna bring nothing in here they're not gonna be able to play in a rotation because that's not the way this team is built. New York Knicks said we got a 9-10 man rotation that's gonna help us win a ring. We're not gonna develop no rookies when we're on a quest for a championship. We'll bring them in here, let them learn under the guy that's around here, Shaw Powers. But we knew these guys wasn't going to play. They wasn't even part of this rotation. None of them. When this team started, they thought it was going to be the 5 they got in that starting lineup: Mitchell Robinson, Preston Chua, Landry Shamet, Campaign, and Deuce and Bry, and the starting 5. And all them other guys are situational, even Jericho Sims. He's been here 4 years. Because that's just the way they built right now. They trying to win a ring. They ain't trying to develop no young kids right now on a day-to-day basis, not playing in the game. So, Ty Powell, I think we just got to realize this team is dope. They're powerful. They lit. They ready to get it popping. And I best believe what I'm saying. They're going to be a problem out here in the playoffs, Shaw Powers. I just think they got too much offense, and their defense is starting to come around. And we'll see what after the trade deadline goes. But just for the tip matter, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Everybody got their opinions about this guy. But to me, it's just every year. You know what I mean? Every year. And if the Knicks didn't think Tom Thibodeau wasn't good, they wouldn't have gave him a $100 million. You know what I mean? Or $80 million over 5 years or whatever. You know what I mean?
They wouldn't have extended him.
Right. They wouldn't have extended him. The same stuff we think he's not good at, you don't think they think that? But they know what they got. And think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Since Tom Thibodeau been here, the Knicks have been winning. And for the injuries, that ain't Tom Thibodeau for. Julius Randle got clipped by Juan going up in the air over Juan Jacquet from Miami, and Juan, my man, cut him. He broke his shoulder. Mitchell Robinson, that wasn't his fault, my man. That wasn't his fault that my man got no ankle that's not good, or Joel Embiid snatched him down. It ain't his fault that
some sucker shit.
Yeah, it ain't my fault that Anunoby went on a fast break. He landed down wrong and he hurt his hamstring. It ain't his fault that my man Bogdanovich was going for a loose ball in the playoff, and my man what's his name from the Clippers cut him short and injured him. Them not minute injuries. Them another player injuring another player. You know what I mean? So
hold up, and the same for Jalen Brunson when he broke his hand in Game 7 or Game 6. I don't know which one. I don't remember.
Right. Yeah, injuries happen, and unfortunately for the New York Knicks last year, the injuries that happened to us cost us a chance to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's just bad timing. Bad timing.
The best part about that is that you're saying
he made the most out of what little bit he had.
Still bought in, and even the people who were hurt, who still played hard for him, we still were rising. With the people still doing that, with the sucker shit Embiid did, they were still bought into the thing, and we rose. With 5 people, with 6 people, with 7 people, it didn't matter. They already know. So now it's different. It's completely different. Look at a team that has 2 starters on the All-Star team, man.
Time out for a minute. Let me let Shaw Powell get in here. That's what
I don't even mind everybody because to me, I want to trade. I want Tom Thibodeau to be fired. We need to fire Tom Thibodeau.
Agreed. Agreed. No, I agree with you.
My man.
He ain't playing the bench enough for me. He ain't playing the young guys enough for me. He ain't putting Tyler Kolek and Huckapurdy in there for me. He ain't doing none of that stuff. He's playing Mikal Bridges too many minutes. He's playing OG minutes, too many minutes so they could get a rhythm together, so they can gel together, so they could get their things together, so they know now that their minutes have dropped from being 40, 43 minutes to now 38, 37, 36 minutes. He needs to be fired for that. He did everything wrong. He put put Precious and Cat on the court together. That's horrible. They should never be on the court together. One should play in the second unit, one should play in the first unit. Whatever you want to say about what Tom Thibodeau is, I want him fired right now, because he is just only thing he has done for us this year is got us to 32 wins and 16 losses. The number 3 team in the East with the second best offense in the league, top 10, I think it's 5 or 6 in the league right now. I don't think Tom Thibodeau deserved this job anymore because of what he has done for this team this year.
You know, that's
and not only that, but the worst case scenario, he got us one game out of second place.
Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, but we always just want to make sure that look, I get the stuff out there in the universe. I really do. That's why I never tell nobody how to fan. I don't do that. But what I do make sure we do is, like, ladies and gentlemen, let's be real about this stuff. The numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. When you deal with life, you got $30 in your pocket, you got $30 in your pocket. You know what I mean? If your light bill costs $130, it's $130. I mean, if Knicks got 32 and 16, they 32 and 16. I mean, yeah, we got to start. I understand we've been beat down in New York so much when it comes to this Knicks team. All the years of losing, all of just the clickbaiting, all the narratives, all the stuff that's irrelevant. This team right now is one of the top teams in the NBA, period. Whether you like them or not, you got to give them their flowers, bro. I mean, if not, then I think you're doing yourself a disservice to yourself as a fan to say, okay, this team winning, but I'm a critique everything that's not good. That's crazy. This is the best team we see in New York and Dana in 30 years.
30 years.
Back.
This is the best
30.
This is the best offensive team I've ever seen. This is the best offensive team that I've ever seen since I've been watching it since Bernard King. Since I joined the fandom, and when I seen Bernard King, since then. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember a team that scored this many points. I was born in early 70s. I was born 70, but I didn't see the maturation of Clyde actually being on the court. I don't remember that, you know what I mean? But I remember 74, 75 when my uncle used to sit me on his lap and watch it on the black and white. No, we had a box color TV, and we used to watch it. You know what I mean? Or it was a box black and white. It was a 25-inch black and white. You know what I mean?
Man, to the people in the back of here.
I'm just saying, I remember that. You know what I mean? But offensive team like we got right now? Nah, I don't remember that, man. I know we had some. I love the Patrick Ewing era. I wish that Bernard King could have stayed one more year to play with Patrick Ewing. I wish that all. For the
Michael Ray Richardson could achieve what he was supposed to be.
I remember all of that, man. But this team, to me, this is one of the best offensive teams that I've ever seen of a New York Knicks team. We are averaging 120 points a game. I don't remember that ever. Ever.
Yeah, you know what's crazy to me? Everything we always wanted the Knicks to do, they doing it now.
Right?
That's crazy to me. Everything we always talked about for the last 3-4 years, the Knicks should do this, the Knicks should do that. Now they doing it. And look what it's doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think Rome wasn't built in one day. It's a step-by-step to a higher form of elevation, like they said. It takes time, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, before Giannis won that championship, 3 years ago, something like that, they won that since 50 years. They haven't won a chip since 50 years until they won theirs. Well, you know what? We haven't won one since 50-some years until we won ours. It ain't easy winning a chip in the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. Not when they had dynasties back then. Lakers and Boston dynasty in the early 80s. You know, after the early 70s when the Knicks won their ring.
Don't forget Detroit.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to them. After the Knicks won their ring in 73, when the 80s came, Boston Celtics, the Lakers. When the 90s came, then you have Michael Jordan and all them dudes. And then when the 2000s came, you had Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. Ladies and gentlemen, not a lot of teams have won.
LeBron James.
Right.
Don't forget San Antonio.
And there you go. The Spurs, Tim Duncan, and I mean, man, come on, bro. You know what I mean?
Right, and before the Bulls was Detroit Pistons. Before them with Isaiah and them, like you did, and that was basketball. When you came down the lane, you were somebody spit a razor out their mouth and catch you while you were trying to get out there. That's different. You didn't. That was basketball, man. You know,
and real talk, we had decent, good teams that could win, but we couldn't get through the gauntlet.
Couldn't get to the gauntlet. That's a fact.
And we got to the gauntlet. You know what? We didn't make the layup. That was it. That was one time. All right. And the teams we played to get through them all were popping.
I'm gonna tell you the big gauntlet.
Generational talents.
Listen, and even then the big gauntlet that John Stockton went 2 for 18 in the game 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So
should have got took out for Hubie, but that's a different story.
So in other words, you know what? This team now. This is one of the best teams I've seen since the 70s, ladies and gentlemen. I've never seen a team move the ball like this except for Willis Reed and them, and Frazier, and Jerry Lucas and them dudes. No Knicks team since I've been watching since I was 10 years old move a basketball the way this Knicks team right now did when they was in the 70s. Because Patrick Ewing wasn't, they never had a point guard who could do that. Bernard King never had a point guard who could do that. New York Knicks got a point guard who's a general now. They got a general. Would have been Achilles heel. If you'd have gave Patrick Ewing a 1A general at a point guard spot, Pat would have got us 2 or 3 rings.
Facts.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
No, why do we win with a point guard? Because my man had it. Walt Clyde Frazier and my man Willis Reed had a
Willis Reed, the captain.
They had a floor general. Patrick Ewing didn't have a floor, and we almost had one. We had what's his name? Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd.
Okay, yeah.
We got him at the end of his career.
We almost had it then, but we finally got a floor general who could command our basketball, and he damn good. Damn good. Jalen Brunson is the real effing deal. And now listen, the man been here 3 years. Out of 3 years, he took us to the second round twice. Could have went further than that, went for injuries. And right now, if the Knicks stay healthy, Jalen Brunson will get us to the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
Say it again.
Book that. Book
it.
Jalen Brunson will get the New York Knicks to the Eastern Conference Final if they stay healthy. If you go with the team you got right now, Knicks will smoke a lot of them jokers, man, because they finally got the pieces. Cat is a big addition to the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. McHale is a big addition to the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Anunoby is a big addition to the Knicks. Look, these cats all are winners. I can't say this enough. They all are winning players. You can have talent, but you don't got a winning mentality, and you ain't won nothing. I don't care how talented you are. Do you have a winning mentality? And every one of them starting 5 players, and even them bench players in New York right now, they all been down into the finals of the West. Even Campaign, even Larry Shaman went deep. You know what I mean? That whole starting 5 been deep. So they ain't going to have no problem in the playoffs about like last year. What happened last year? Some of our guys got injured and some other guys, they choked because they were too young. We don't have that problem this year, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody on that Knicks squad right now in that rotation all been deep in the playoffs. So what that mean? We get in that playoff, we're not going to be scared of nothing. We're not going to fold under pressure. Remember game with Shaw Powers with the game 5 in the Garden of Miami Heat? But what happened? A young RJ in that game 6 against Miami. Jalen Brunson would have brought us back to the Garden to win that. But Jalen Brunson had a 45 masterpiece, but he had nobody else to help him out.
Yeah. It don't matter if he scored 60 and no one else could help.
He don't have that problem.
And bro, I want to add on to what you were saying about Jalen Brunson, because I don't think Knicks fans, if you truly paying attention, and I'm gonna tell you something, and how he is, I think he's ascending, and I think he gets what I was saying earlier this season, where he has to pick his spots and find out how he can be the most effective and make his teammates better. If y'all don't remember the game before last, he only had 20 points, but he had 15 assists. Am I correct? Yeah, he had some crazy number. You know what I'm saying? He made everybody better. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, Cat didn't have it last night, but you know what he did? He stepped up and he carried Cat and he carried the rest of the team home because he made it happen. He willed it to happen. He found a way to help us to win when it wasn't all on just him.
Oh, 1A, 1A. No more one. Ain't no more. It's 1A in New York, Shop Powers. It's 1A or 1A.
I'm just
Let's get it.
from what I watched yesterday, man. Like you just said, Corey Lee, you are 100% correct about that. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he scored a basket in the fourth quarter, but he got like 7 assists. And I don't know why I keep thinking, but Cat must have had 6 or 7 points in the fourth quarter yesterday too. But Jalen Brunson really helped us win that game yesterday. His assist has went up dramatically from last year because he got people that can put the ball in the basket now. These guys in this starting unit that he's affiliated with, man, these guys put the ball in the basket, man. OG over 40% from three-point land from the corners. Mikal Bridges over 40% from the three-point land. Josh Hart, I'm not sure where he is. He may have dipped down, but he's almost about 40% from the three-point land. I'm not sure what Cat is now that he had this ill shooting because of the finger, but he was around 40% from 3-point land this year. Jalen Brunson himself is shooting 40% from 3-point land this year.
Hey,
That's
God.
why this is why the assists are accumulating. This is why we are accumulating all these assists. These last couple of games, I was saying 27, 28 to be nice. We 30 and 40 and 36. We are doing it. We already 19 and 1 when we score over 30 assists. That is something that I don't remember from a Knicks team, and I don't know how long. And we talk about how this team playing and stuff like this and how many minutes and stuff. Yeah, we did have to critique it a little bit because at a certain point in this season, there was players playing consecutive minutes. It worried me a little bit too, but not now. Not now. Now that we didn't have that second unit of Champagne, Deuce, and Precious, you ain't getting those minutes like that now. I think the highest minutes total I seen other day, even this was from Mikal Bridges, I think it was 39. The minutes are going down because the second unit is getting 18, 16 minutes, 14, 22 minutes, 9 minutes, because that's why the disparity is going down so much more. And this team healthy going into any playoff, first round, second round, third, whatever playoffs you want to against any team in the East, we're lethal, man. And I'm just amped to see it because they're starting to get it. It's starting those C words again, that camaraderie, that cohesion, that chemistry. It's starting to show. And if you haven't seen these last 5 games, and they showing it now, it ain't like this was a fluke game. Or they just got lucky that game. They got 140 points. Nah, 140. 140, 130. We just beat this team by 10, 11, 12 points. And the roughest game that we had was a team that was under 500 by a couple of points. Pete Duggar, what's going on, man? Good looking here. Young Bloods don't know. Home Knicks. I ain't got my glass. Home Knicks games were never on TV until the 80s. Marv Albert doing radio. Calls were the most exciting stuff ever. Facts. That's the only time you seen the New York Knicks back in the days was on Channel 9. WWOR. If you old school, that's where you seen the Knicks at back in the days. You know what I mean? Until WHT. That's what those are the only 2 cable stations back in the day. WHT and HBO came out after that. So that's where you used to see it, sitting there like this on the TV with the bubble looking to the thing, and the way the camera see it was only one way the camera go. If they had a fast break, you had to catch it. It wasn't like how they. So
they filmed it right from the middle of the court.
Yes, it was different. You caught a fast break, boy. Oh boy.
They had that big ass camera that was on that wire that would dip low and hang out low on the thing.
You know what? There was Marv Albert, and now there's Mike Breen. There you go. Marv Albert, and here's Mike Breen. Them guys' voices, and it's so funny, man, because you remember Andrews and all them guys, man. Nick's got a history that's like no other, man. Paris, thank you for the super chat. Apologize for missing that. I'm glad you let me know you sent it out there because back then, man, it was crazy, bro. It was, man. But now cable came a long way. And Knicks came a long way, ladies and gentlemen. We're a exciting team again in New York City. We doing a damn thing right now. Listen, we're not going to win it all. I mean, we're not going to win all our games, but you can guarantee every night the Knicks will come out and play their game. And I'm excited about this thing right here. I'm already looking like I said, all the Knicks need to do is win 23 more for me. They need 23 more, 23 and 12, 23. I said 23 and 12, 23 and 13. I'm good. So we just need to keep winning, man, and keep getting better. Just keep getting better. That's all I want the Knicks to do. Like Tom Thibodeau say, like Josh Hart say, like Jalen Brunson say, we got a long way to go. But let me tell y'all something. If the Knicks got a long way to go, that is scary to me.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? If they still got a long way to go, that's scary.
And Devon, I just want to say one thing, because I want to make sure I wasn't crazy when I said this earlier in the month. I said if the Knicks can finish over 500, we will be all right. Am I correct? Did I say that to y'all?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that Knick fans.
Yep.
Good.
Tread water. This water to get healthy. Yeah, they did it. They did you right. We just need to play 500 basketball, stay over 500, and so everybody get better. You know, I know, like we said, man, just keep tread water. Just keep treading water.
Tread water and make it to All-Star break without losing nobody for the rest of the season.
And the one
and get your body right.
And the one thing about that, we fared way better than playing 500 basketball.
That's
way better. Way better than 500 basketball. What a team that's only played, how many games we played? 30. What's our record? 32 and 16. And I mean 38 games. Was that 38 games?
48.
I mean 48 games. This team has only played 48 games together. All right, let that sink in for a second.
Right, and at the very last minute, and they doubling their wins to their losses. That's double on the dot. All right, on the dot, that's double. All right, so let's not forget something, man. I have an affinity. My uncle, the one I was talking about that was watching the other day from Miami, big Knicks fan. He grew up in the time where he watched Clyde and he watched Willis and he was at some of them games. And what he used to tell me when I was young, because I got a big affinity for Pat. You know, Ewing was when he got up on that table with his arms, and to me, that's my heart. That's where I live, right? Sometimes in here. And there was a lot of players that came through, when Starks, man, he was bagging up groceries or something like right before they even picked him. And he came in and played hard. But you know why? He bought into a system called Pat Riley. He bought into something.
5 different colleges.
Right? And so they did all these people who played, and I love all that stuff. I even had one for the Spreewell era. Like, I loved all that stuff. But my team was the Pat team. You know what my uncle used to tell me? This is a great team. I hope Pat does something. I hope they bring him in the point guard, because this team doesn't have what the championship team has. He used to tell me that regularly. I used to tell him, shut the fuck up, get out of here. I'm watching it, get out of here. And he's saying, I'm just telling you, Pat's fantastic, but he's not. You watch that Houston team during that era, they had the point guard, they had the everything like that. That San Antonio team you're talking about, point guard and big man. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to use your word. I never said I'm going to say it right now. There's no hyperbole. This is the best team, definitely offensively, and heading to all around, that I've ever seen wear the Knicks uniform in my lifetime. If you can't dig it, and by the way, we just did something. I don't know if you mentioned this or not. We scored the most points in a 3-game span.
Facts.
In NBA history. NBA history. Not Knicks history, not 2K history. NBA history. All right?
P. Duggar, thank you for the super chat, P. Duggar, man. Cat needs to take a month off to get that surgery for that finger. I don't know. A month off? That's a lot of time.
How about the All-Star break? How about the All-Star break?
That's a lot of time right there. You talking about April.
Hey, Pete Doug, a quick question. I don't know. I never really found out what's the
He got a bone. He got a bone chip.
A bone chip. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I never really got the final word on how severe the injury was. So yeah, man. You know what? I think the Knicks will make that decision. Pete Duggan, if they think he need to get it done, I'm quite sure they probably contemplate about that. And Cat probably like, nah, man. I just put a split.
Cat ain't doing that right now. Not the way the Knicks team is playing right now.
But you know what? You appreciate that too. You kind of appreciate a guy who's willing to say, as long as he knows it's not a career ending thing or it's going to affect him long term. I think he's willing to say, you know what? For him to be on a bad finger and give you 14 and 10, and the other night he gave you like 20 something. But yeah, I get it though, P man. If I would say, man, the Knicks really felt that's too much money to, even if Cat didn't want to do it. The Knicks probably like, nah, man. We in the you for $200 million. So you're not gonna play.
You gonna suck this up?
Yeah,
take it in the off season.
And real talk, and Paris Duggan, real talk. Your concerns are valid. But you gotta let these cats try to become champions, and champions gotta fight through adversity because they ain't giving us shit. Excuse my language. They ain't giving us nothing. We gotta take it. And these cats are trying. These cats, for as much as I have given that young man and our captain a hard time because my expectations out of them are to some degree, maybe, out of pocket, but they have to do that in order for us to get to the promised land this season.
Yep. And this is what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't even about what I think. The New York Knicks, James Dolan, Leon Rose, if they thought Cat shouldn't be playing in that game, they would not play him. It don't even matter what we think. It don't. The New York, only people know how severe that injury is Cat and the Knicks medical staff and the Knicks organization. None of us know. If you ain't inside that Knicks locker room and that Knicks organization, you don't know what's wrong with that finger. I don't care what the media say. The only ones know is the Knicks organization. So if the organization feel like Cat can play, then he should play. If they thought Cat injury was that bad, the New York Knicks wouldn't put Cat out there. They not gonna, because you know what? That's a bad investment move. You think they're gonna sacrifice $200-something million for 1 year?
Facts.
They gentlemen, this is a business. They're not gonna sacrifice 1 year for 4 years of $200-something million. They ain't gonna do that. And Thibodeau won't even let Tom do that. That's not the Knicks. That's not how Leon Rose and them roll. Why do you think Julius Randle didn't come back? Because they knew he couldn't play. Why did Anunoby didn't come back? Because they knew they didn't let him come back because he wasn't ready to play. But Cat, it must not be an issue that affect him long term. They say, you know what, he can go out there and do this. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the man playing. He ain't complaining. Knicks ain't complaining.
We have to get over our PTSD of the past years.
It's not about me. Like I said, I'm not trying to say that he should play who he shouldn't play. Don't take me out the equation. What I'm saying, the Knicks organization feel that Cat can play basketball. Not me, not Jay Chola, not Shaw Powers, not Corey Lee. The New York Knicks organization said he good enough to play. The doctors on the Knicks medical staff said he good enough to play. He playing.
And they are paid very well. Paid very well to make sure that they know if these, because don't forget, as my brother just said, this is a business.
It's a business, man.
The players are commodity. That's commodity. They spend X amount of money on X amount of products so they could get a thing done called the championship. So you know what he's doing? I noticed this last night, and there's one more thing I don't want to forget it. But when Cat took a three and it came up way short, the next three things he did were dunk. The next three things, he ran past the joke on the left, then he ran past him on the right, then he ran through Porter on a layup. One was a layup and the other one was a dunk. You dunking, your bone chips will hurt your hand so bad you won't be able to do it. So what is he doing? He's readjusting his game. He's saying, all right, fuck it. I'll still bring him out to the line, But now I gotta drive more because I'm not right now. I gotta get a little closer to the thing to get my shot. We don't need him to shoot threes. Everybody else shooting threes. You heard what Shaw said, 40% for everybody. And that don't even include Deuce's numbers and Payne's numbers and all these other people's numbers. And you know what this team don't got? Ego. They don't got ego.
I think
one team.
Shaw Powell and Jay
Legged on my ego.
Right. Here's another thing we got to think about too. We understand Cat is not shooting well. We get all that. Cat, but the injury, but he's still grabbing 10 rebounds. He's still having 5 assists. They don't need his scoring right now. They got 5. Last night, Cat scored 14. Knicks had 93 points still. Because why? They got 4 other guys besides Cat who can help score the ball. Yep. So what I mean is, we know, hey, listen, maybe I agree with a lot of y'all in chat. He probably shouldn't be playing. Right. We not questioning whether his finger is effed up or not. It is effed up. But to the detriment of the team, no. Is it shooting off? Yes, it is shooting. It ain't, of course, it's not good because the fingers. We get that, but he's not injured. Shaw Powers and Corey Lee and Joey Chin, where it's a detriment to the team. They still can win.
He's playing hurt.
Right, they can win with him at 75% instead of 100. They can win with him at 70% instead of 100%. So that's why he's playing, because he is not only about scoring, it's about rebounding, it's about this, it's about that. It's so many variables that they feel like he can get through a game for 24 or 30 minutes without causing more injury to the finger. In other words, they can't get more injured than it is right now. Right. You know what I mean? And I think that's what Cat and the Knicks is probably banging on. Well, you know what, Cat? Be cautious, but
be smart.
Be smart, but they need him on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. This is a crucial time for the Knicks. And I have seen, I mean, like y'all were talking about earlier, a lot of them dudes in the 90s, that was nothing to them. A broken finger.
They played with everything broken. Everything was broken. You kidding me?
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant. Exactly. There you go, right there. Prime example, Kobe Bryant.
Man,
if you're a basketball player, you're a basketball player, ladies and gentlemen. And you're going to find a way to play no matter what. It's one thing that, like I said, I'm not questioning nobody where they right or wrong. It's not about that. But what we just got to realize, no matter what we may think, that's not what the people who pay him the money think. You know, when we could critique him all day long, we really can. We could say this, it shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that, we shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that. It ain't about that. What do Leon Rose and the Knicks organization think about their ball players? They write them dudes check, and I guarantee you, I bet you Cat ain't saying sit me down.
I was just about to say that, Devon. I just about to say that because I'm 100% sure. Hey, listen, Cat, this is what's going on with your hand. It's a little messed up. It ain't terrible, but it ain't all that good anyway. Are you going to need surgery? I'm not sure if you're going to need surgery yet. You might not need surgery at all. You might need more rest than surgery to manipulate the bone and all that stuff so you don't have this discomfort. How you feel about it? Yeah, wrap it up, all right? Wrap my finger up, just put the wrap around it, let me get out there, and that's the bottom line.
Warriors.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how I feel, how he feels about the game.
I want to follow up real quick.
All-star joint, and I'll be fine.
Hold on a second, Jay. Let me tell you something. The follow up what Shot Power said, and this goes out to, and I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, and I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but this goes out to the minute police and the injury police. Go to Dunkin' Donuts, get you a cup of coffee, sit your ass down, and watch what the Knicks doing.
Yeah, man.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something too. To everybody whoever said that Cat was soft, he playing through multiple injuries with a smile on his face, and about to hit starting lineup for the All-Star team. So much for that soft talk. Playing with a bone chip. Still grabbing 10 boards, 15 boards, 16 boards.
Going hard.
25 points.
Tendonitis in his knees.
Yeah, knees hurting.
I get it, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I get it, ladies and gentlemen. I know we love our basketball team, and I know we all intelligent people. We are. So that's why I understand where the chat coming from with that. I get it. I do get it. Because y'all wise, we all know our sports. We knowledgeable fans. I get it. But one thing about it being a fan, we just fans. We are not the business decision makers. So I try not to put myself there. And that's why I don't go at. To me, it's useless to go at the Tom Thibodeau. It's useless because you know why? Not from a fan perspective, because we ain't making a decision for them anyway. So that's why I don't get caught up in it. Everybody can fan the way they want to fan. That's rightfully so. You should be able to. If you feel like you got to critique them. You're supposed to because you're a fan. But I just think that sometimes we might get into a point where we waste a lot of energy on certain subject matters that we just say something matter about Tibbs we done talked about for 5 years, Shop Hours. 5 years. See, so think about it. We've been doing Nick Talk, whoever, for 3 or 4 years, and we still talk about the same thing about Tibbs that we talked about 4 years ago. And what I'm trying to say is, until the New York Knicks front office say Tibbs ain't good enough for that team, then you're wasting your breath, kind of. Because they ain't firing them, so we shouldn't fire him. We just need to. First of all, I want Tibbs to win us a ring. I want Tibbs to be the best coach he could be. I want him to come out every day and do a good job because I'm a Knicks fan. I love this team. I want to see this team win a ring. Ladies and gentlemen, been 50-something years. If Tibbs the one could get us to the promised land with Jalen Brunson and them, we got to root these guys on, man. You know what I mean? We got to hope Tibbs, whether you like him or not, but for now, you should want Tibbs. You should root for him because he's helping our team do the thing. You know what I mean? So until then, I get the critique part. I understand it. I'm not even up here throwing no shade. I'm not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to get some therapy in the building. So let's hope this team get to the finals, man. Why? Let's hope that this team come together and get to the finals. That's what we all want here. I don't want nothing less. You know what I mean? I want to see the Knicks win a ring in this lifetime. You know what I mean? It's been a long time. This is the closest they ever been, I think, to me, for the organizational standpoint and talent other than the 90s. You know, we had to endure a long time since the Knicks been this relevant. So I want to enjoy this shit. You know what I mean? I want to enjoy this Knicks squad, Shop Powers and Jay Chosen, y'all, because we haven't seen nothing like this in a long time. You know, so let's hope that these cats continue to build. Hope that they continue to grow. Hope that they keep getting better every day. Hope Tibbs keep getting smarter every day. Hope Leon Rose don't keep making the right decisions every day. So at the end of the day, we can go down Broadway with the 5 branches of the military all over New York because the Knicks done won a championship. They about to tear the city down.
Oh man, you make
I think that's
and going down the heroes, the king of the heroes.
And the heroes. Oh my God!
But if you don't want
and
that,
real talk, work
at a fan. That's what real
and real talk. And I want to say something real quick, and forgive me if I came off harsh to my last comment or statement, but I'm serious about this, man. We gotta relax. We gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to be conscious of other people's feelings. But believe me though, 2-3 years ago, I wouldn't have did this. But I understand because we all want to get to the same place.
Fans,
and it's not that I'm trying to disrespect you or disrespect your opinion, because we all human and we are allowed to have them. I'm not saying, and I'm not, and you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. You don't have to agree with Shot Powers is saying. You don't have to agree with Devon, Jay Chosen, or anybody else in the freaking chat. But you have to understand at the same thing, this team needs our support, and we have to try to do it the best way possible, in spite of all our biases.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because listen,
man, people can fan the way they want to fan, but it's counterproductive. It's counterproductive to shoot down the people that are doing the best possible job that they could do. And right now, the eye test tells me that they're doing a damn good job. A damn good job, man. And you know what? As much as I want it for my life, because you know what sports do? Listen, I'm just going to say something, man. In real life, right? I'm a father. I'm a single father. I've been through a hell lot of stuff. I beat cancer. I beat a whole bunch of stuff. I want that child inside of that child that I was, that wanted Pat's team to win. This is my favorite team now. Yeah, the Brunson team is probably my favorite Knicks team ever. right? Doesn't take from my past stuff. Takes from all the stuff I've been doing my life. Sports is a way for you to escape the realities of life. We want to see them do good. So we got to say, hey, let's go. Let's clap them up. But fan the way you want to fan. The way I'm going to fan is I'm going to clap for them. I'm going to say good job for them. And Tibbs do something wrong, I'm going to say, I wonder why he did that. But I'm not going to say fire Tibbs, because Tibbs took broken teams and put them to the playoffs. Broken teams and put them almost in the Eastern Finals. Broken people, and people bought into him. So the second person besides myself that I want to see win a ring more than me first, is Tibbs.
Right.
I want to see Tibbs win that ring.
Yeah. Tibbs is
breathes this shit for them.
Listen, Tibbs is a New York Knicks from day one. Listen, the kid grew up in Connecticut. He was a Knicks fan. He coached. He was assistant coach on the Knicks team. I mean, this cat, he bleeds New York basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Thibodeau is a New Yorker. He's a lifer. He's a New York basketball fan, and he's a New York basketball coach. This kid, Tibbs is just like us. We fans. He was a fan. He was a kid growing up. He was a fan. You know what I mean? I'm happy he's here because, like I said, and before he got here, this team was nothing. Before he got here, and Leon Rose, this team was going the other way. And he turned it around. We got to give him the flowers. But all I want to do is see the Knicks hang that banner, ladies and gentlemen, because you know what? We deserve it. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, ladies and gentlemen. We deserve it. We deserve a banner in New York City. And I believe Jalen Brunson and Tom Thibodeau will get New York Knicks a ring in New York. I believe that. I believe Jalen Brunson, Cat, and them. If it ain't this year, it'll be next year. But like I said, you're only good as the talent you got. Now Tibbs got more talent. Now he could be better. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, he only had Derrick Rose. He never had a 1A with Derrick Rose. And in that time he had Derrick Rose, guess who he was going up against? LeBron James, who went to the championship 8 straight years in a row.
Yeah. Yep.
Fighting a Piston team that already won a championship.
Right. Just coming off of Boston. And listen, Doc Rivers ain't won us since Tibbs left. Tibbs was a mastermind behind that Boston Celtics championship on the defense side of the ball. That was Tibbs coaching on that defense side of the ball that had KD and them balling like that. He everywhere he go, he win. He went to Chicago, turned that franchise around, won 60 games, went to Minnesota, turned that franchise around, got them to the playoffs. He turned around a New York Knicks organization and got us to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Everywhere he go, he got them better. Yeah, they was, like I said, they wasn't, some of them guys back then, they still wasn't LeBron James, still wasn't Dwayne Wade, still wasn't Battier, them defense-minded dudes, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen. It goes on and on. Later, them teams were stacked. And they had one of the
Hall
best
of Famers you talking about.
All Hall of Famers, one of the best coaches ever did it in Pat Riley, because that's why we got to the 90s when he was here, because Pat Riley got the Knicks to the what? Championship game. John Starks went up 2 for 18. We didn't get a chance to win it. And he had to fight Michael Jordan all them years. But my man was there, bro. He was there.
Took the ball from that man that day.
Yeah. So now he about to take this team on a cusp of, to me, about to get ready to go there. I'm gonna tell you what's funny to me, Shy Powers and everybody. You never know what the Knicks might go get a little mediocre piece at the trading deadline, might put them over the top.
Change the whole thing. Exactly.
Change the whole thing. They might go get one player, and he don't even got to be a star. In the trading deadline, the Knicks might get that one piece that go in that second unit to fill a void they need. Still might take them to the finals this year.
Right.
Javonte Green.
Go ahead, Sha.
No, I was just joking.
I'm sorry, Sha. Go ahead, Sha.
No, I was joking. I said Javonte Green. I was just joking from what Devon said. One little piece.
Oh, you funny. But I'm gonna say this real quick. And one narrative. Tibbs knows how to develop talent. He knows how to develop players.
Yeah, he do.
And I'm gonna lay that alone.
Yeah, he won. Look at him. Everybody who came through Tibbs' organization, everybody through the Knicks, think about it, they got their bag when Obi Toppin got his money. iHeart got his money.
Yep.
RJ got his money.
Yep.
Quickly got his money.
Quick.
Robinson got his money.
Yep.
Everybody that came through this organization got their money.
Brunson
developed to that level. Now you think about where they playing at now. Now they got an opportunity to blossom because they came through that Tibbs Trust program. He made them get in the gym 2 times a day. He made them come. He said if your shot ain't working, then all you got to do is go in the gym and shoot and fix it. Tibbs is a developer. He took some of the. Look what he did for Jimmy Butler's career. You know what I mean? Look what he did for these guys' careers, man. He made some of these guys learn how to be a professional basketball player. The magic is in the work. You put the work in, you get better. And he's been doing that since he's been an NBA basketball coach from high to this day. He look at these numbers. Look at how Cat playing now. And the only time he ever played that like that when he was with Tibbs, when he was young though, 12 rebounds a game,
right?
All that
when he came out of college. Yep,
right. Yo, he developing these Knicks players, man. Look at Quentin Grimes about to get a bag, probably a nice little bag. You know, since Leon Rose and them came here and Tibbs took over. These kids been getting good, man. They've been getting better, and we've been winning. Like I said, we've been winning since he's been here. We might ain't got the ring yet, but we will get it. But these cats, they've been winning, man. You know, Knicks, look at Tibbs won 50 games last year. The year before he won 47. Ain't too many coaches doing that right now. He did it. So, you know, I'm happy about this thing, man. And the good thing about
it, cry about. I mean, there's really nothing to talk about negative with. So this is a 3-game low point in history. I mean, I'm so happy.
Yeah,
I talk to people all day because people call me all day. They were talking about sports. You know, I'm talking about sports with everybody. Look at yo. I see your Knicks. I'll be seeing them. Yeah, I got friends all over. They might be a different fan, but we talking, right? And he was like, damn, I wish I had Brunson on our squad, man. I wish I had this guy. Or they might be a Knicks fan. He'd be like, yo, you see Brunson? We call him Billy Bulldog. That's what I call Brunson. Brunson Bulldog or Billy Bulldog. The way he puts his body down, you know, they compare him a lot to different players. He's him. He's him. He put his he go left, he go right, he stopped that little fadeaway, little scoop up and under, that 3-pointer, the way he can put his shoulder into you. Man, that man is small, but he play like a big man. Man, we got a point guard that is small who plays like a big man and a big man that can shoot like a small man, but plays like a big man. And we got defenders that are finally finding themselves because they got that good imported gel.
Yeah, you know what's that crazy? J Powell, let me pass Corley. Let me say this one thing. I'm pat the record. I'm not even gonna go past it. What the Knicks did, ladies and gentlemen, and it's important that y'all remember this. With the way the NBA salary cap is, with the way it's hard to re-sign your players in this new CBA. The Knicks locked up their core, ladies and gentlemen. You understand what I'm saying, Shop Howard? Mm-hmm. They locked up their core for the next 4 years. So a lot of teams not going to be able to sustain what they got. That's why I like what Orlando did. You see what Orlando did? They gave Bon Cherowitz money. They gave Wagner his money. Everybody who they want to lock up for the next 4 years, the Magic organization did that. What this Knicks organization did was like, listen, it's going to be tough to keep a good team together, like Boston, a lot of the like I said, Golden State Warriors. So they locked up. They got the guy who they think they're going to be able to win a ring with, the core. I'm talking about the core of them. They locked up their core, and now everything else is just a fill-in. They believe, the New York Knicks organization believe that the 5 guys they locked up for that money can help get them a ring. They believe that. That's why they did it. Now let's see if Leon Rose gonna come to his to a tuition. Auto contract, because here's why. Any player on the Knicks was gonna get that contract anywhere. They that good, ladies and gentlemen. They that good. The salary cap is big. In order to keep talent, you're gonna have to pay for it. You're gonna have to pay for it. No matter you like it or not, you might have to overspend for a core piece. To keep your team together, you're gonna have to overspend money. Because that's the way the new CBA is now. You know what I mean? If you want it, you're going to have to pay for it. So what the Knicks did.
This ain't baseball.
They paid for what they got. They locked it in. Ladies and gentlemen, this team gonna go out there and make a run. And I'm happy about it. I'm jumping on the train. I've been on the train, always rode the Knicks train. I'm objective, but I'm also a realist too. You got to be objective. If the Tom Thibodeau don't get the Knicks out the second round, they should fire him. If there's no injuries or nothing. Let's just say the team is not injured, but they don't get out the second round. Then I'm not gonna say they're gonna fire him, but they're gonna be some eyes wondering. You understand? Rightfully so. You got a bona fide championship team here. This team healthy is bona fide. So you got to take this bona fide team and get me where I think what we spent money for. The New York Knicks did not spend $187 million just to get out the second round. They could have saved the money to that like last year. I don't care what you may think it's not. They got expectations, ladies and gentlemen. The Knicks got bigger expectations than we do. Jalen Brunson, they got one mission right now. They are in this thing to win it. Jalen Brunson, Tom Thibodeau, Leon Rose, James Dolan, the ticket takers, the ticket mass, everybody. The people, the concession stand people. Right.
Everybody.
Right now, the only mission for
the Knicks City dancers.
Right. Listen.
Especially them.
Yeah, listen, man. They on a mission, and I think they're gonna get there. If it ain't this year, I think in the next couple years, because I think they got a team that good. I think this team is good, and I think they're going to have a chance of going there today and this year and battle. Anything can happen, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? That's one thing about basketball. Shaw Powell and Jay Children, Corey Lee. Let me give it to you right quick. Anything can happen in the NBA. You know what I mean? Shit, the Knicks can lose Jalen Brunson in our whole season. You know what I mean? So we don't want that, but it is the NBA. But I do believe this here. If the New York Knicks go into the NBA 2025 playoff healthy, they can just knock off anybody in the East and the West. They just proved it in a couple of games in a row.
They sure did.
And if they got home court advantage in Madison Square Garden and they got a good home record now, that means you playing a team 4 out of 7 on your court. And if you had to go to Game 7, the Game 7 is in Madison Square Garden, and you got a good home record. God. That's why you got to win these games. That's why I want the first and second seed, because that home court advantage in the playoffs is big, especially if you're not the division winner. So even if you're not the division winner, you still want to have home court in the playoffs. I think this team is talented enough to knock off anybody on their home floor. I don't care where the Knicks go at. I think they talented enough to knock off any team on the NBA on their home floor. Outside right now, maybe you just want to say give them their flowers to Oklahoma City, because we haven't beat them yet. So I'm going to give them their flowers. But I think this team right here, the way they play basketball, they can do that against anybody, Corey Lee. They putting up 120 a game, man. Come on, man. This ain't
real talk, God. Hey, yo, boy, you killing it. Go ahead, man. You still ready to finish cooking?
No, I'm good. I want to pass. I just want to say that, man. I just think this team.
All right, because I just want to add on a couple of things that my man Jay Chosen was putting out there, you know, when it came to Jalen Brunson. That man is really starting to learn how to lead. Yep. He's the captain for a reason.
Yep.
Believe me, he's gonna get these cats together and get them right. And you know what I'm saying? And the illest thing about it all, they all have somewhat the same personality. You know what I'm saying? These ain't the super hype tough guy that we're used to as Knicks fans who walk around with a certain sense of bravado. No, he got some cats who are willing to. He got some cats who are willing to come together. They have the same personality, quirky, weird, but cool, but they get along with each other. I'm telling you something. And another thing that was, you know what I'm saying, that we forgot to mention. Y'all worried about the CBA? It goes up again next year. So don't worry about it. Because if you're looking at what this cat's making this year, believe me, it's going to be pennies compared to not even next year, but the year after. So think about that, Knicks fans.
Yeah, the year after it goes up even more. Yeah, you're real, but next year don't creep with too much. And that's another thing.
Earlier. One more thing, and I'm sorry, because it almost slipped my mind. Bro, and Jay Chosen said it, and I heard it for myself. there are other fans and other fan nations who are really looking. I ain't talking about BSPN. I ain't talking about the commentators. I'm talking about fans from other teams who are looking at the Knicks and they like, yo, they are seriously for real down. And with that said, I digress, and I'm good for the rest of the night.
Yeah, appreciate that, Corey. Real talk. Yeah, man, they for real. Let's hope that they continue playing, man. You know, and just keep your eye on the prize, man. Like we ain't guaranteeing Knicks gonna win a championship, but I guarantee you this: they got a team that can get there. They got a team that can win it. They literally got a team that can win it, and it's going to take for everything to fall in place and everything like that. But I do think they got enough talent. Their offense is good. Their defense is getting better. They play hard every night. Like I said, you know a team good when they fight adversity and then they don't sink. Ladies and gentlemen, Knicks lost 5 out of 7 games, and now they came back and won 5 in a row. Yeah. That means your team is coached real good. Because you know why? They know that it's just a glitch in the matrix. It's a long season. You hit a bump in the road. When you hit a bump in the road, it happens. But what they did do was like, okay, you know what? We got some date. Let's retool. Let's refocus. It's a long season. Now they didn't lose a step. They went 5 out of 7 and still where they at, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of teams lost 5 and 7. They done fill out the top 6.
Right. And with assault,
they went back to the basics.
Back to the basics. They would have put their head down, and all of a sudden they would have found themselves in 12th place. That's how it goes. You lose a few games, all of a sudden you desolate, your brain, man, I can't believe, look what we're doing. You know, there's a state of mind that Tibbs throwing into them. You warriors. Yeah, I agree with you. There are times where we looked at this team and we're like, oh, we need bully ball. We're doing that. This is a whole brand new different NBA. All right? It's different. But there's parts of the game that will never change. And Brunson, to me, is that part. When I look at him, it brings me back to my childhood. When he played ball, I'm like, oh my God. The way he throws shoulders in there. You see that play last night when he went up, lost a sneaker. He lost his sneaker and he got the bucket with no sneaker on, half a leg, one of his braids fell out. Yo, he still got the bucket.
Going hard. They playing bully ball. You know what? Corey Lee just said something interesting. It's not that the Knicks don't look like the type of guy that you see in the alley or on a block. They're not the cats on a block.
Right. No more not wearing Timbs on the court, you know.
But their heart is like the kids them dudes on the block.
Agreed. That's what I'm trying to say. Yep.
Listen, Josh Hart bully ball. Anunoby bully ball. Jalen Brunson bully ball. Cat going down the middle playing bully ball. Anunoby bully ball. Mikal, he might not have that bully mentality, but his skill set is still go hard. See, Precious. And Precious, bully ball. I mean, these cats go hard and they can all shoot the ball from outside. Compared to some years where they'd have bully ball but no 3-point shooting. This year they got bully ball and 3-point shooting. So you know they go hard in the garden.
And at some point in their career, they were in winning situations, and for the most part they won. Considering maybe not the NBA Finals, but let's think about it. The reason why we got these 3 cats from Villanova, 1, they're comfortable with each other. 2, they've won together, so they understand what it takes to win. Cat went to the Western Conference Final last year. Hold second. Let me think about my man. My man Bridges was in the NBA Finals or the NBA Finals. Shamit, same thing. What's my man? Campaign, same thing. Think about it, Knicks fans. OG Anunoby was on a championship team, even though he didn't get a chance to do his thing, but he had a chance to experience, and he understands what it takes to get there.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's what you gotta look at. They got a team of winners, man. They got a team of winners, bro.
But listen, there was a play last night with Payne, man. That was crazy.
Yep. Yeah, man. Them cats got a championship pedigree. They got championship in their DNA. And what I love about this team the most, from the coach down, from the front office down, you know what's interesting that people don't really think about a lot? Everybody from that organization damn near down are all East Coast basketball or mind players. Leon Rose, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Jalen Brunson, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Mikal Bridges, Philadelphia. Josh Hart, the DMV. It goes on and on. All Cat Metuchen, New Jersey. They got James Dolan, New York. You know, they whole basketball team is damn near made of East Coast basketball players. The style of play, the way they play, it's all that East Coast core doing, right?
The attitude and the swagger.
Right. They play like, and that's what's so amazing about this thing to me, ladies and gentlemen, that they assembled a team from the head coach down who understand each other. They understand their lifestyles. Like these guys literally from New York down to, let's say, Virginia, whatever. These cats all born and raised on that side of the coast. Even the owner, all these dudes. So they got that swagger, that East Coast dominant, gritty, we go hard type basketball. They don't play like they play out in the West. That's a lot of up pace, back and forth, sunshine, up and running up and down the court. Knicks is about grinding. They're grinding.
Me basketball.
Yeah, they East Coast, grind it out, go hard, cold city, cold weather, in the bricks, in the concrete jungle. They got all the players that come from this era right on that basketball team. Think about your starting five other than Anunoby. Like I said, Jalen Brunson, New Brunswick. Mikal Bridges, Philadelphia. Josh Hart, DMV. Maryland, Washington. Cat, New Jersey. You know what I mean? This shit is serious, bro. People never really take that into consideration because that's why they could play the way they play. They understand how each other get down because they got that East Coast type of basketball mentality. And Tibbs, Connecticut. You understand what I'm saying?
Tri-state area.
All from there. They all from this tri-state area. Damn near down 95 and all that. All them Knicks players that's on that team right now, damn near all come from this triangle right here. Precious, like you said, thank you a lot. Precious, New York City too. You know what I mean? Right. So they building a culture down there, ladies and gentlemen. They are building a culture in New York that's amazing to me, and it is showing improvement on a basketball court. Man, that is insane to me. And what I mean by that, because you know why? You have people who play a certain style. It's like, you like players here. LA is hot every day. You know what I mean? Like they play basketball 24/7, 365 down there outside because there's always sunshine, getting up and down the court. When over here in the East Coast, when the wintertime, what we got to do? We got to go in the gym
or shovel snow. Because I used to play outside.
It's a harder play. Not saying it doesn't make the East Coast better than the West, and it's not about. It's the style of where they live. Like they live a different way over there, we live a different way over here. But what I like about
grind.
Yeah, it's the grind. They built a team that's familiar. That's why I can see them going to get Boucher, ladies and gentlemen. I can understand why they might go get Boucher from Toronto because he's familiar with who? Anunoby and Precious.
Right. Villanova, Toronto, another squad.
Yeah, they putting people together who all play together. Shamit, like my man said, Shamit, Campaign, and Mikal Bridges play together. Josh Hart, my man, and Brunson play together. Now Anunoby, Precious Achua, and if they bring in my man, they all play together. They bring in people who comfortable with each other's style. That's why I think this team gonna go deep because I think that Villanova style of play. Look at what they doing on that court, Shot Powers. When you see Jalen Brunson get that ball to Anunoby in certain spots, I'm not Anunoby, Mikal coming on because he know where he going. You know what I mean? Or he see Josh Hart. They know where they going. That's why this city is so beautiful to me. They know how to play with each other, and that's pretty good to me. So let's see how it goes, man. That don't mean that you're gonna win a championship. I'm just trying to point out the thing that the Knicks organization trying to do. It's not about whether
they're trying to incorporate Cat into the flow.
Right. They just playing a style that works for their organization. That's what this is really about. It's not about that they better than the organization, they better than the next team. What you just got to remember what they doing though. They looking like they want to play this type of culture in their organization. Leon Rose look like he brought a lot of guys in who familiar with the way they get down. And that's culture building. I think they just building a culture with a lot of players. That don't mean they're not going to go out there and get a player from who was born in LA. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the way they construct it right now, it looks like they're using that. They use a lot of triad guys playing basketball for that team. I'm not lying. Look at what I'm saying. A lot of them guys on there they're all up and down this East Coast corridor. That don't mean they're not going to go out there and get a guy from the West. I'm not saying that, but for right now, everybody on that squad, damn it, locked in on this coast, except for maybe one or two or three players. That's all. Tyler Colick from over here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So they just doing it. They doing it the way they doing it, and that's what an organization is supposed to do. It's a culture. It's a culture. They got a certain culture they're trying to build. Just like Golden State got a certain culture they trying to build. Just like Miami got a certain culture they might get trying to build. Well, Knicks got a certain culture they trying to build. And that's the way they building it, Shot Powers. But listen, we're gonna get out of here, man. And listen, Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's going down Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks and the LA Lakers, baby, at Madison Square Garden. The bright lights of Broadway with the West Coast Lakers and LeBron James coming into the Garden. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun one.
And we have a great time to punch a Hall of Famer in the mouth on our way to get a championship.
Yep, yeah, we got to go get this one, man. This is one. I don't care who they are, not there. If Anthony Davis play, that's their problem. If Anthony Davis play, that's a problem. Still, we got to beat them. We just got to go out there and knock it down, man. It's gonna be a fun game, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, we right there. We win that game, man. We right there. And I like that Lakers team. I think people keep sleeping on the Lakers, man. They got Jared Vanderbilt back. They getting a little stronger out there. They bought in Finney Smith, so they getting pretty strong down there, man. If Anthony Davis stay on that court and what they doing down there, they got some good players down there. So don't count the Lakers out. You can't count out guys like that, man, because you just never know. And it's time for them. But that's gonna be a big test for us because but Anunoby on LeBron James gonna be special. I can tell you that much. That's gonna be special right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I would love to see him turn down like 15 points. Yeah. I was in my mind, bro. God.
See, that's the part that. Hey, listen, that's the part people don't understand why we paid him that money. See, everybody thinks that it's because you brought him in to guard some of the best players that happens. This is a wing-driven league. That's why you brought Anunoby in here. Play some of the best wing players in the league. At least slow him down. So listen, again, Jay Chose, I passed it to my man Corey to Shot Power. Out of here.
And then I'm gonna bounce. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna listen. I'm be able to listen, but
no, go ahead, man. We
I told my daughter I was gonna do something with her, and I don't like to fail them. All right, listen, everything you said, I concur. Everything you said, I'm with it. You know what they did? They became New Yorkers. Whether they were from Jersey, whether they were from Connecticut, whatever, they all came to play for the front of the jersey, not the back of the jersey, the front of the jersey. They came for that Knicks, and they are New York Knicks, and we are playing spectacular, coached spectacular, led spectacular. Right now, we are double the wins than we are the losses. Think about that right now. If you would have said early in the season, right now, this many games in, this would be our record, I would have been hyped. So I'm hyped. Get excited, be supportive. And it's all that's all it's about, man. But a great win. 3 games, historical numbers in all of NBA history. We are the New York Knicks, and that is real talk.
Man,
peace, brothers. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Real quick question. Yes or no answer. Mitch getting traded, yes or no?
I doubt it. Nope. I'm gonna rock with my initial thought and the way I feel, because let me answer this question real quick. I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna answer this question say this right now. There's a reason why the Knicks held him back, and they explored all options, but at the end of the day, they understood when the playoffs come, they're gonna need Mitch, because Mitch is gonna be extra special. The game slows down. We're gonna need to make stops, and I'm not saying that it's gonna be Mitch carrying us, but he's gonna be a very great help.
All right. So you say no, Jay Chosen.
It's a business. If they could get the right trade, they will do it. I'm gonna say that right now. If they get the right trade, they will do it. It's a business. Do I want them to do it at this point? If he's healthy, it'd be great.
Hey,
right now, I'm gonna say 50-50. Can I choose maybe? Can I choose maybe?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I just want to get everybody, because it's out there so much now, even more today than ever, from a lot of different. Like I was telling Shot Powers earlier, we're gonna get out of here. Like usually when you hear from 1 or 2 people, it's like, but now when you hear from a certain type of people out there who's got, how would I say, who's relevant in the source,
Yeah.
Yeah. When it started reaching a lot of them, it makes me wonder. Maybe 2 weeks ago, you might have heard 2 people say it, but now it's like 8 people saying it.
Right. I've been reading it.
You know what I mean? So it makes me wonder, is people starting to, somebody heard something from the organization, because certain people say things, ladies and gentlemen, they got credibility.
Right.
They have credibility. So when credible people say stuff because they got credibility, it makes you wonder. That's all. That's why I asked that question, because like today, I'll tell you, I heard like 9 or 10 different sources talking about this stuff. Nick's about to move on from Mitchell Robinson. Right. Blah, 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 blah. Usually when it start hitting a lot of sites that you never think that would put out no hyperbole.
Right.
Because remember, Mitchell Robinson was going in a cat deal. He's the last remaining Knick from the old. I keep telling everybody this. Him and Julius Randle were the last 2 Knicks from that old regime. Yeah. The last 2 from the old regime. That's why I asked that question. So let's see.
Let me say one more thing, and I'm gonna go off from here. You guys finish up. Peace and love to my brothers, brodies. You know what it is. We'll be talking to you soon. Right. They know what they're doing. I trust them. If they believe Mitchell's healthy and they could keep him and come back, I'm with that. If they go out there and they can find the right thing, I don't know what the numbers is for Boucher. I don't know what the numbers is, but if they get the right person, I'm with it. Yes. If they don't and they keep him, I'm with it. Yes. So that's what I mean by that. All right. But okay. I will tell you this: Sims is getting traded. I'll talk to you soon. All right.
Peace. Shop Power, holla at your boy, man. I know you got to get it rolled. I know you got to make the men's meet too, bro.
Yeah, we'll be on Saturday, game time, prime time. And with the question about Mitchell Robinson, in my fandom, I want Mitch back. But in reality, it is a business. So, you never know. We just have to wait to see what it is. But I would like to see what Mitch would look like on this team. I think he would be a great asset, but and Leon we trust. And if Leon thinks that he could get someone that could come in here and do some things and stuff like that, or make major move, maybe move Mitch and bring in 2 more players, and move Sims and fill up the roster with 3 new players, I'm with that too.
Yeah. I'm a Mitch homer, man. Y'all know I'm a Mitch homer, bro. You know damn well I want to see Mitch go, but I understand the business. I understand you're going to lose some of your best players sometime, ladies and gentlemen. That new CBA got it like that. This collective bargaining agreement is different, and they put a cap on a lot of these teams. They can't make the move they want to make because of the way they constructed this thing. You know what I mean? It's going to be teams lose. That's why you think they let Cat go, Shop Powers? You think that Minnesota want to get rid of Cat? But
that was a tax situation.
That's what I mean, and that's exactly what I mean. That is going to come down to that, because I don't see the Knicks operating like the Boston Celtics in the second apron. I don't see that. They too, Leon Rose are too, you know what I mean? And so it's going to be interesting, man. Let's see. With Mitch, we can get to the championship with them, and if we bring in somebody, hopefully they're going to serve a purpose just like Mitch and help us get there. So I think it's a win-win no matter what. That's why I just hurts me when I get tied to the guys on the back of the jersey. I was an RJ dude, I mean, I liked this kid, I mean, I liked a lot of these players, but because of the business side of it, that don't mean they're always going to be around, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just curious how it's going to go. Let's see, But the trading
I want to add one more. I want to add one more thing. The only reason why I don't think it's going down, I have to hear it from 2 people. It used to be 3, but I got to hear it from 2 people. One is Ian Beckley. He has to be the one. It has to come out his mouth for me. And 2 is Shams. It used to be Woj.
That's facts.
I don't trust nobody else. I don't trust none of that clickbait stuff. I don't trust what is so-called. And real talk, I try to support all the Knicks podcasts, regardless of what they say. But I also too, I have to. I have. What's the thing I'm thinking of? I have a thing in my mind, and it goes back to Tibbs, because it was one thing prior to what we have now, and Knicks fans ain't gonna believe me, but the team was built around Mitchell Robinson. I understand we went in a different direction, but I think Tibbs is still trying to hold on to this man because he understands what he can do and his purpose. Now, if I'm wrong, I don't mind being wrong. And if I will stand here and tell you that I was wrong. I have no problem eating crow. Just pass me the Texas Pete. But the thing of it all is it's just a feeling that I have in my heart. And if this man is here after 5:30 on the 6th of February, then I already know what the deal is. Absolutely. And if not, I'm cool with it, and I have to move on and live with it.
Yep,
and I'm still going to support the Knicks.
I hope you don't go nowhere though. I'm like I said, I'm a Knick homer, but I hope Knicks get Mitchell Robinson here. I think it's over. I literally think if New York Knicks get Mitchell Robinson back healthy, he played on this team right now. I think the Knicks go to the finals. I think the Knicks go to the final with Mitchell Robinson healthy. And
I totally agree. And that's the only reason why I say this, because he is the one key cog that can help us in very, very crucial situations. And I understand Knicks fans, you know what I'm saying, for what his limitations are, he does things that nobody else right now that we can get to exceed and help Cat out. And I'm done. And I'm really good night. I appreciate you, Shy. I appreciate you, Devon.
Sir,
Jay
brother.
Chosen, the chat, yo, my main man, Bully, and my other main man, otherwise the consigliere. Believe me, trust me when I speak, because I don't surround myself with suckers. I surround myself with people who really, we break this down and we have great conversations. With that said, fall back, have a good night. I look forward to locking in with y'all tomorrow. Or Saturday for the pregame show. And I want to punch LeBron in his mouth and make his ass retire. With that said, good night, and I appreciate y'all.
Real talk, C. Lee, my man. Thank you, my brother, for chiming in on a panel. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the love. Top power on, brother. Give me your words, my man. We about to be out of the building because I know you got to go, and I know I got to go.
Saturday, see you there. Be there, be square. Peace.
Thank all of y'all for coming, and thank you for the super chat from everybody tonight, man. Real talk, man. I can't appreciate it. Crim's dad, thank you so much, man, for the super chat. Pete Duggar, thank you for the generous super chats, my man. Real talk. Met Nick fan, let's go. Thank you for the generous super chats. And all you guys, man. We really appreciate you guys, man. Real talk. Brian Acosta, thank you for the super chat as well. Y'all guys keep it moving, man. Keep it up. Stay safe. Enjoy your next couple of days, and we're gonna see y'all and it's gonna be on in Masterway Garden Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. So that's an 8:30 game. So y'all we're being around 7:15, ladies and gentlemen. And let's get it popping, man. Until then, y'all enjoy it, man. Enjoy your weekend coming up. Y'all be safe out there. We got some pretty good weather along for the next couple of days, so it's getting a little warmer for the next week or two. So enjoy it while you can. But make sure y'all be here on Saturday, though. Don't go out there partying in New York on Saturday. I need y'all to be here with Knicks Real Talk, man, and let's get it popping. We'll get these Laker boys send them back to the West Coast with an L. So let's get it. Darlene, thank you for coming in, everybody. Salute to you, man. Always got to shout the queen out. Ladies in the building representing the show. AP, MVP, shout power to my brother. I see you, my man, on the other side. We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat because we touching on facts. And plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks Real Talk and we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Knick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far in the stars we see all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes. Putting on the clinic, the cat lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and trains the planes, the Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQ eating, we maneuvering swift. This ain't Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it popping every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it popping every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride.